Hello everyone and welcome back to The Other Castle.
I'm Andrea.
And my name is Tom.
Here on The Other Castle, we do the plot, lore, and more behind all your favorite games.
That means we're going to take you through the production of the video game as well as through the entire story itself.
You'll know everything you need to know about Mafia today. That means who made it, why they made it, how they made it, where they made it, in the computers, and then what happens in the game. I already answered one question, so stick around for the rest.
If this is your first time checking us out, you can go to our website, theothercastlepodcast.com.
That's theothercastlepodcast.com.
Over there, we've got links to our Instagram, Discord, item shop, as well as our Patreon.
Ooh, what's going on our Patreon?
Over on our Patreon, we have monthly episodes both on and off season. You get early access to our episodes during the season, and that has tiers starting as low as $2 going up to $10.
And the first 7 days are free!
Yes, they are on all of our tiers. And there's extra shows there as well. We've got video, we've got audio, we've got all sorts of fun stuff.
This last month, we did a casting couch where we did fan castings of 5 of my favorite games.
Yes, we did, and that is super fun and a really good time, so make sure you go and check that out.
We only fought a little, but if you are here through Patreon, you're listening to this on Tuesday. Everyone else, these come out on Wednesday, and we hope you stick around. We've got more games coming up through the season. But today, like I mentioned, we are getting into the first Mafia game.
La Familia.
Mafia.
Oh, okay.
So I want to, first of all, thank you to Clinton for suggesting the Mafia games in our Discord, which is linked wherever you're listening to this. We have a channel called Game Suggestions, and this season I did a blind scroll, and I picked 4 games, and I was like, we're just fucking going with it. I did Mafia, the Old Country, in our last season, in season 11, and I enjoyed it a lot, and so when I did a scroll and was like, oh my god, Mafia, fuck yeah, let's keep it going, it's like, yeah, let's go figure out where this all started and what is canonically the next chapter of the Mafia series, because Mafia the Old Country, the first game I played, is a prequel to this game and the other games. It's the first one.
Which you can check out from our last season.
Exactly. Now, Mafia, the first Mafia, The City of Lost Heaven, is a 2002 game from a studio called Illusion Softworks. Illusion Softworks was founded in 1997, which I recognize makes it older than some of the people listening to this.
Oof.
Oh, you sounded sad.
It really made me sad. I mean, here in 2002 as well, I was just like, damn, I didn't realize this series was like that old.
Oh, yeah, she is a storied vintage piece of media. And they started working on Mafia in 1998, making this a product of the 1900s, like you and me.
Gross.
I like the 90s. It's fun. We had green ketchup. Now, as you can imagine, the idea for this game was inspired by classic Mafia movies, which are my absolute bread and butter and my dad's favorite thing growing up, so my favorite thing growing up. One of those things. The original story for the game was for your protagonist to be a co-op that falls in with the Mafia. But that changed once they promoted graphic designer Daniel Vivara to director and writer of the Mafia project. When he became more involved in Mafia, he adjusted some things and would eventually helm Mafia 1, Mafia 2, Kingdom Come Deliverance, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Damn, really? Like,
oh, yeah, heavy hitter.
I mean, Kingdom Come Deliverance is considered some of the best games, like, ever.
I've seen that in our game suggestions chat on Discord, too.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, oh, I don't know if I could jump into that. I immediately assume it's Ren Fair shit, and I'm like, oh, no, I'm not going to understand anything. I'm so bad with fantasy stuff.
You did great with Baldur's Gate, listening.
I felt like you were telling me a story. I was turning it into gossip in my head. Like, oh my god, what did Shart do? Like, tell me more. But if I see it, it all just kind of blends, and it's okay. You know, maybe this will be the turning point. If you guys think I should do Kingdom Come Deliverance, let me know in Discord. Clearly, I take suggestions there.
Obviously.
Now, Daniel Vivara joined Illusion Softworks to do 2D art rendering for one of their early projects, a game called Hidden and Dangerous, which is so of its era, just of the title alone. After Hidden and Dangerous wrapped, he hopped into the Mafia team and quickly rose to the top, became the capo of the Mafia team, and got to work developing the rich franchise of the Mafia games. Mafia, the City of Lost Heaven, originally launched on August 29th, 2002 across Xbox, PS2, and PC, and largely it got great reviews. Mostly 9s out of 10 across the board.
Damn.
The largest point of suffrage for the game, though, and like that small percentage where they were like, it's not perfect, is that it was naturally compared to Grand Theft Auto.
Okay.
GTA 3 came out the year prior, and obviously everyone loved GTA 3. So The comparison wasn't necessarily done in malice, but mostly like, oh, we saw this in a different font a couple months ago, which kind of sucks, but like it still got really great reviews. People still loved it, and people love both titles. So there's room for everyone to succeed.
And it's not like a GTA like is unpopular. We're covering 3 of them this season alone.
I mean, yeah. Rockstar did that shit, and that's great. Mafia, the City of Lost Heaven, moved around 2 million copies, which is huge. And especially for the time, 24 years ago, video games weren't that popular as they are now. So 2 million copies of that group that were on Xbox and PS2, fucking amazing. And it's part of the reason why PS2 was regarded as such a great console. It's up there in the echelon of fantastic games of the era.
And PS2 has just such an incredible library of outstanding fucking games.
Non-fucking stop, yeah. So this became a critical and commercial success, spawning sequels and, like I mentioned, that most recent prequel, Mafia: The Old Country, which I covered again, season 11.
Like, still going strong in 2025, like, that's incredible.
That's so cool. Illusion Softworks eventually got absorbed into 2K Czech, as in Czech Republic, and became a part of the 2K gaming juggernaut that still exists today. Let's fast forward. 18 years after the first Mafia game came out, in 2020, 2K announced a remake of the first Mafia game being titled Mafia: The Definitive Edition. This was part of a whole Mafia resurgence where Mafia: The City of Lost Heaven would be completely rebuilt from the ground up. Mafia 2 and Mafia 3 would also be remastered alongside it, but they had enough of the bones to go with that one.
Right.
We don't need to, redo everything.
But the fact that they redid the entirety of the first game, that's incredible.
Oh, and truly from scratch. So, even just start with the title. They dropped The City of Lost Heaven, just did the definitive edition, said, this is the one you need to go with, which admittedly I did. And they fleshed out the entire world. The rebuild was put in the hands of studio Hangar 13, which is a studio within the 2K umbrella. Hangar 13 also worked on Mafia 3, and is the studio behind Mafia: The Old Country, so it makes sense that they got to put their hands on the remake and be so involved in the franchise. They're already running, the back half of the franchise.
Okay, I was going to say, I felt like Hangar 13 was a familiar name of a production company. That makes sense.
A familiar
Yeah.
It worked when you did it, god damn it. For Mafia: The Definitive Edition, Hangar 13 built out the maps from scratch entirely to be more accurate, more immersive, and more real. The performances were also re-recorded with mocap to make sure that things are more accurate, more powerful, performances could read better. When you look at a PS2 graphic, and then you look at what you can do with mocap, night and day. There's a reason you joke around with, shitty movies being like, this looks like PS2 graphics.
Right.
It's bad.
Now, quick question on that.
Yeah.
Did they bring back the same actors to do the mocap, or they just use the old voice lines and use, physical actors to do the mocap?
Entirely fresh cast, fresh reads, and a lot of the script was changed. So there were some characters who were written to be more developed. They're characters that kind of have different weight in certain scenes. We obviously, this is going to get into spoilers of the game, but the love interest in this was a little more ancillary in the first iteration of this game, and this time she's a very cool character. She's a bad bitch. She has a full personality.
It's almost an entirely new game.
It's essentially a new game. I'm going to give you that one entirely. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and the performances were fantastic. I was like, damn, did they really do this in 2002? And when I saw the comparisons, no. And not to say that the first iteration was bad, it just was of its time. When we're thinking about media from 2002, a freshly post 9/11 world.
Oh my God.
Tensions were high. But when we're thinking about a performance in the 2020s, it's fantastic and it's nuanced. And this is material that some of these actors had growing up and had access to when they were gaming age. So it's really interesting to see them. It's like how there's a lot of Simpsons writers that grew up watching The Simpsons.
No, that's a really good point. And honestly, having played during that era, we didn't get great voice performances back then.
Jason.
God, that's even 10 years after this game.
Oh my God, you're right. I'm sorry.
No, it's what's crazy is we didn't get good voice acting until around PlayStation 4.
Fair enough. Yeah. Well, if you ask the executives at HBO, video games were just beeps and boops until The Last of Us, which was 2013. So,
oh god,
I'm still mad about that, but I'm going to move on. Also, with Mafia the Definitive Edition, the music was re-recorded to account for some lapsed licensing contracts, as you can imagine, and then also just to tune into the world more to make it feel more period accurate. We're in the 1930s in Chicago, and they wanted kind of jazzy sounds, Italian-inspired sounds, kind of hustling, bustling, busy city sounds, and they put a lot of love into making sure everything felt very immersive for the player.
Well, it's funny because you were saying how, like, it had come out just after GTA 3, but it couldn't have been inspired by that because it was being made at the same time, essentially.
Oh, yeah, and there wasn't Twitter. Like, no one was passing notes back and forth or doing leaks at this point.
Yeah, and Rockstar is notoriously, like, tight-lipped as fuck about their games.
Good luck finding a developer to fucking interview about anything they've ever done. Even the Housers are tight-lipped.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's why the performers go out on tour, because they have so much to say because no one else is saying anything.
But it's funny to say all that because then it's like, with this new definitive edition, they really leaned heavily into the GTA of it all.
Yeah, like, or we can, like, make it really fun. Well, at this point of the era, you're also 10 years post GTA 5, the most definitive edition of anything ever, period. It's the biggest game. Done.
Right.
I know Minecraft is the biggest game, don't come for me. But when we talk about, like, real social impact, it's GTA 5.
Absolutely.
And obviously that does relate into making the music better, making the driving better, making these open worlds feel more immersive and full. And yeah, we do see that reverberate into Mafia the Definitive Edition. So Hangar 13 jammed the fuck out on Mafia the Definitive Edition, and they approached a fall 2020 release date.
Oh no.
I'm gonna say that again. Fall 2020. And if you don't remember, it's because you experienced pandemic-related psychosis.
Yep.
So as they approach this date, the world shuts down. Was that like March, April-ish, around the spring, kind of depending on where you are in the world. Some of the orchestral recordings had to be done separately and overlaid in post-production.
Oh my god. So people were like playing the flute in their closet?
People got the full stand-up fucking banjo? What am I thinking of?
A bass?
A big bass, yeah. There's a grand piano stuffed into a walk-in closet with, like, blankets on the walls stapled to make sure it's soundproof and shit like that.
I'm just picturing the conductor on a Zoom call. there's like lag going on.
Someone's just holding a note for way too long.
Oh my god.
One person has the cat filter on.
I'm not a cat. I'm a cellist.
I'm a human cellist. God, do you remember COVID? What a nightmare.
I don't want to.
So even through all of this, with that ridiculous delay, with the idea that there was an entire 20-piece orchestra accidentally with a fucking fuzzy background, line emoji over them, there was only one release delay, and the game still came out in September of 2020 across PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Not bad.
And 2020, massive fucking year for gaming. Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima. And the rest.
Yep.
And whatever else came out that year, you could not tell me differently. That was a fantastic fucking year.
It was a great year for gaming, and it needed to be, honestly.
Oh, right. And what was everyone doing? Fucking Animal Crossing.
Yeah. Animal Crossing, Among Us, those kinds of things.
Yeah. Oh, Fall Guys.
Oh,
Absolutely
remember
ridiculous.
Fall Guys?
No.
Nobody does.
Overall, critics didn't love Mafia the Definitive Edition, at least as much as they loved the inaugural run. This game got around a 7 out of 10 on average across the board from critics, and some criticism was, to my large dismay, it was too similar to the original, which, hey, dipshit.
That's the point, isn't it? But you know what probably happened was that Final Fantasy VII remake came out, and it wasn't too close to the original. So now people have like this new expectation for what a remake is supposed to fucking be, which is bullshit to compare.
And Neil Druckmann's sitting on his mountain of money going, you fucking idiots.
Just re-release The Last of Us for the 14th time.
You can just keep putting it out and they'll just give you money. Have you considered the same thing, but for more money? I do it every 8 months.
This time we added The Office.
It's putting my children through college. Like, it makes me so angry that they were like, this remake is too similar to the original. Like, yeah, motherfucker. That's the fucking point. But it's also, it speaks to something for me, because when we're thinking about a massive, really interesting, intricate game that's like very story driven, very interesting in the narrative, well performed and well written, like the first one coming out in 2002, it is groundbreaking.
Right.
When you think of that coming out 20 years later, you're like, yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. So I will admit that like the goalposts did move.
Fully. And yes, that just became the standard.
Entirely. But I really enjoyed this, so fuck you. If the biggest criticism of this game is that the remake is a bit of a product of its time, it's still a very good game.
I think it's important to get people with the opinion that had played the original, but I also think it's really important to get the opinion of people who've never touched the series before.
I think both are very valid. And, you know, it's the same thing that I take when I go to adaptations. So, like, if we watch the Warcraft movie.
Yeah.
I've never touched Warcraft, World of Warcraft. The only Blizzard properties I've touched are Hearthstone and Overwatch, admittedly. So I don't know the world outside of what you've described to me on a Patreon episode.
Right.
I still could follow some of it, but it was not for me. I knew the world was not for me. I knew the characters were not for me. And I knew a lot of the intricacies of the world were not for me. So it hit you very differently than it hit me.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
And that's real and that's valid. And it's a hard line to toe with adaptations. Like, I could walk into the FNAF movie knowing nothing about FNAF and know everything that's happening in the movie because they made it very clear, you know? But, like, would all the jokes in Super Mario hit for me if I didn't know Super Mario?
Probably not at all.
Probably not, but everyone does, so they have that benefit going for them. So that, you know, there is a trick to when you're doing something either outside of its original media or this far detached from the original media when it's 20 years later. So it's 18, but, you know, 20 years later. That whole thing aside, I had a great time.
Good.
And I do want to say that, true to form, when this game came out, it moved 2 million copies.
Again.
Just like its first outing, which there's something to that feels very whole, very clean. I like that a lot.
It's just the same people bought it again.
Yeah. And me, who really, really enjoyed it. I genuinely think it's a very good game. If you are curious, this is a really great entry point. I did enjoy this more than I enjoyed Mafia: The Old Country.
Wow, okay.
I think it's maybe there's a cultural curve to it. The first one I played, the fourth title / first game I played, The Old Country, is set in Sicily in the 1800s, and there's not as much gunplay.
It's kind of a prequel, right?
It is exactly a prequel. It's really well done, but I did enjoy this one more. It takes place in my favorite city in America, a fictionalized Chicago.
Oh, it does.
I spent 4 days in Chicago, fell in love with it, decided I'm a Chicagan.
What was the name of it? City of Feathers?
City of Feathers? Lost Heaven?
Lost Heaven. Okay.
City of Feathers? What the
Lost
fuck?
Heaven. Like, that's not a name I've ever heard Chicago described as either.
Oh, no. This is a fully fictionalized Chicago.
Okay.
Like the way GTA is like, what do they call Los Angeles?
Los Santos.
Los Santos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, like, that's a weird-ass name for it.
Lost Heaven. They made it so dramatic for no fucking reason.
We don't have any cities in the United States that are even remotely named like that.
We have butt and weed, and both butt and weed are in California.
We also have Hell, Michigan, so yeah.
So it's kind of weird, honestly.
It's still a weird name for the city.
There's a lake called Titicaca.
True. All right, that's not what this is about. Sorry.
No, let's do 2 hours on this. We can do it. This is a great use of our time. I'm going to get into this. Again, I want to highlight that this is the story of the definitive edition, one that came out in 2020 from Hangar 13, which I really enjoyed, and so far is my favorite Mafia game. Of the two I've played, I like this one slightly better. It's a little raunchier. There's more guns, and oh god, I love this protagonist.
Do you? Okay, good.
The protagonist we're walking into, really fucking cool, dude.
That's awesome.
You know what? I will sidebar for one more moment. Tom and I were talking about protagonists we don't enjoy spending time with, and how difficult it is to have a good game with an annoying protagonist.
True. Like, you did Atomic Heart last season.
Yeah, the gameplay is fun. Hanging out with the protagonist is not.
Oh, that sucks. Oh, that's terrible.
But then there's some things where, like, with Days Gone, some of the points of gameplay can kind of sag a little bit in the middle and in the front, but Deacon St. John is so much fun to hang out with.
True.
He's fucking amazing. And I think there's also why there's discourse of people enjoying Ellie versus Abby in The Last of Us 2, and it's because some people like spending more time with Ellie or Abby. And
that's fair, and some people like Joel more.
that sucks for them.
I don't get it. But...
It's not going to go well for them based on my knowledge of time in the plot. All right, so we are going to get into this game now. I'm so excited to share it with you. I'm so excited to visit the City of Lost Heaven definitively, because this is Mafia, the definitive edition. Mafia opens across a lake. Seagulls fly toward a city, toward a lighthouse. There's always a man, a city, and a lighthouse.
Especially in a 2K game.
Take a shot. The sun is setting across a cotton candy sky, and the camera dives into the bustling city of Lost Heaven, a fictionalized Chicago. It's 1938, and a man with a hat is getting off the train and heading into a restaurant. He approaches a leather booth by a window to meet Tommy Angelo. Tommy Angelo is a handsome 38-year-old man in a clean Italian cut suit. He's smoking a cigarette and talking to the waitress. The man with the hat enters the restaurant, and Tommy locks his eyes on him, tracking his steps towards the booth. The hatted man introduces himself as Detective Norman, and Tommy asks if he's alone. Detective Norman tells Tommy that, no self-respecting badges coming in here unless it's the health inspector. He has an Irish accent I cannot capture that has been slowly beaten into mild submission from his time in the States. Tommy looks around, searching for prying eyes falling on the scene. Detective Norman is unimpressed and relaxed, sliding into the booth across Tommy. The waitress pours them coffee, and Detective Norman reveals a flask, offering it to Tommy. Tommy declines while Detective Norman pours liquor into his coffee, making it equally as Irish as he is. Detective Norman breaks the ice, saying, "So, you said on the phone you had a proposition for me? You know, if you're looking to set up a gravy train, you got the wrong cop." Tommy is not looking to get in the pockets of a cop. He is here looking for a trade. Tommy's impressed with Detective Norman. The cop's only been in town for a few years, but was put on the Morello case, a high-profile organized crime investigation. Tommy is straightforward. He has information on the Morello case, and in exchange, he has people that he needs to protect. Detective Norman says, "Family is always an Achilles' heel," which are admittedly wise words. Detective Norman can't promise anything for Tommy's family, not until he hears what Tommy's trading. He asks, "So are you talking, or are you just killing time before they get to you?" Tommy drags his cigarette and narrows his eyes on the cop. He challenges Detective Norman, asking, "Do you think I'm on the run?" Detective Norman, who again was invited to meet by Tommy, like Tommy initiated this, laughs and says, "Yeah, Tommy, look at you. You clearly haven't slept in days, and your neck's got to be aching from looking over your shoulder. You got to have someone powerful on your tail, and they're not giving up until you end up in the river. Now, you walk out of here without me, we both know you're not making it 5 steps. But you stick around. Why don't you tell me your story? Maybe you got a shot of walking your daughter down the aisle." Tommy is annoyed, grateful, angry, relieved, everything everywhere all at once. He composes himself and says, "Christ, I don't know how everything got so balled up. I was a cab driver back in 1930. The scene shifts to Lost Heaven, 1930. America is in the throes of prohibition. Tommy mostly drove his cab at night because the money was just a little bit better. He's on the downtown streets of Lost Heaven and steps out of his cab to light a cigarette. The night is still until a car crashes down the road from Tommy's cab.
Oh, shit.
The car that crashed was being chased, and the driver and his passenger are frantic and armed. Both of these men are in suits. One suited man points his gun at Tommy and demands he move it. Tommy opens up the cab doors, and the man with the gun gets in.
He's like, "Right this way, gentlemen."
Yeah, he's like, "I guess we're fucking doing this. I'm going to turn the fucking fare on." The other man enters, sitting passenger princess, and tells him to go anywhere fast. Our passenger princess is Paulie Lombardo, a guy in his early 30s with wide facial features and a no-nonsense East Coast accent. In the back seat, we have Sam Trappini, who was born in Sicily at Villa Torrisi to Father Luca and Valentina Trappini.
Those are the most Italian names humanly possible.
Well, they are from the old country.
Oh, are these the characters from the old country?
Mafia, the old country.
Oh, okay.
Now, Sam's father was the right-hand soldier of Sicily's crime boss, Don Torrisi. Sam was born into this life. His father was killed when he was 7 years old in a shootout and nearly bled out, fleeing the scene in the back of a car. Here, Sam is holding a cab driver at gunpoint and tells Tommy, I have a gun pointed at you. If they catch up, we're dead. You don't get to walk away. Drive. Tommy starts driving, following orders very well, and he starts tearing ass through Lost Heaven. There's one car following them closely, but Sam figures more will follow, so he has to fucking move. Polly is furious that they've been caught, whatever they were doing. Tommy hits a hard turn, and their tail crashes into a construction zone. Tommy asks who the guys following them are, but Sam, the guy with a gun again, tells him, you don't get to ask questions. Jesus fucking Christ, just drive. Polly tells Sam his leg is hurt, and Sam says he'll wake up the doc when they arrive. Tommy drives Sam and Polly through the city. The guys after Sam and Polly follow through most of the drive, shooting at the cab, but Tommy's able to lose them through tight turns and jumping the car through construction zones, which, oh my god, is so much fun. There's just little ramps where you can just, like, jump through shit, and it's fucking great every time.
That's so cool.
It's also very GTA, and that's okay. Sam tells Tommy to drop them off at a bar in Little Italy. Tommy recognizes it as Salieri's bar. Tommy pulls up, and Sam helps a limping Polly inside. Tommy lights a cigarette to cool his nerves, and Sam comes back and hands Tommy a fat envelope of cash, saying, this is compensation for your services and to cover the damages to your car. To be clear, this makes us square.
Also, keep your fucking mouth shut.
Exactly.
You saw nothing.
Don Salieri wants you to know he's grateful, so if you ever need anything, maybe a loan or honest work, but mostly a loan, don't hesitate to ask. The Don doesn't forget his friends.
Yeah, the fucking loan shark of it all. Like, I have worked for a couple mafias. Families.
Family-owned businesses.
In my lifetime, and one of them definitely said, yeah, I got my start as a loan shark.
Yeah.
And made very veiled threats in my onboarding. About, like, what happens when you cross him kind of shit.
In the onboarding is crazy. Like, wear your non-slip shoes.
Yeah.
Have your food handler card. Don't report nothing to the cops. Capiche? Instead of says, I agree, it says capiche on your shit that you have to sign. Tommy slips the envelope of cash into his coat and says, oh, I'm sure that it's more than enough. He doesn't even bother counting it because he can feel, even if it's ones, that's way too much money for whatever the fuck just happened. Tommy drags his cigarette and Sam walks back into the bar. With a deep exhale, Tommy drives off. At home, Tommy counts the cash. It is actually way more than enough to fix the cab, and it's honestly almost enough to buy an entirely new one.
$50 in 1930 would have bought you a brand new cab.
And like a drawing of a duck. Like,
yeah.
Money was barely real. Tommy does consider it. He's like, honestly, this money's really good, but he convinces himself he does not want to get in with criminals. But that's a lot of money.
But the money's really good.
But at the end of the day, he convinces himself it's better to be poor and alive than to be rich and dead. And that is the story of Mafia the Definitive Edition.
Oh my god.
Weeks later, Tommy is driving some cab fares around town. He hasn't had nearly as much excitement as that night with Sam and Polly in like a while. He takes a few passengers around, but business is pretty slow. It's after the Depression, it's early 30s, it's 1930 entirely, like, no one really has money.
Yeah.
Tommy picks up a drunk who complains about the market being crashed, you know, because everyone's broke, and how bad work has been. Tommy promises not to snitch on the drunk, because again, it's prohibition.
Right.
As long as the drunk doesn't snitch on Tommy for speeding. As Tommy drops the drunk off in Little Italy, the drunk pays Tommy and tells Tommy to go visit his cousin's coffee shop for a break, just around the corner. Tommy's like, yeah, that sounds fucking great, and he goes for a coffee and enjoys his drink while sitting in the car. His peace is broken quickly when someone breaks his driver's side window.
Asshole.
A baseball bat slams down hard on his windshield, and Tommy ducks to avoid glass shards. An asshole with a middle part and greasy dark hair opens Tommy's door, yanks Tommy out of the car, and throws him to the ground.
The fuck, dude?
This greasy motherfucker over here says, hey, pal, you remember me?
No.
And no. This fucking loser is Dino, and he was there that night with Sam and Polly. But it was fucking dark and Tommy had a gun to his head. No, he doesn't recognize you, Dino, you fucking freak.
We were moving really fast that night.
I was driving. He was one of those assholes that was chasing them and he was firing on Tommy's cab and he finally caught up to Tommy.
Took him long enough. God damn.
It's been a minute. Dino kicks Tommy while he's down, while one of Dino's boys, a stupid-looking motherfucker named Lou, fucks up the cab with a baseball bat. Dino kicks Tommy hard in the face and tells him, "You shouldn't go around helping Salieri's boys. Now I have to give you a beating just so you know who runs this town." Again, Tommy is not necessarily involved in this.
He didn't have a choice in the matter, dude.
He's a cab driver. It's not like he's a private citizen. He was driving a cab.
He was just doing a job that night,
Yeah.
dick.
We all hate Dino and Lou.
Good.
Tommy manages to get up and shoves Dino, giving himself just enough time to run away. Dino laughs and tells Lou, "Oh, we're going after him."
Why? Just give up, man.
It's a cab driver. He's not even part of a family. He's a lone wolf. Dino and Lou chase after Tommy, firing shots at him through the neighborhood, it's the daytime.
And Tommy's on foot here?
Yeah, everyone's on foot. They're just running through the neighborhood.
Jesus Christ.
Tommy sprints through alleys and jumps fences and comes up across the street from Salieri's restaurant. Sam and Polly are actually outside right now smoking, and they see Tommy sprinting towards them. Sam nods him over and says, "Hey, how are you doing, bud?"
Not great.
This is the one person we're glad remembers us.
Yeah.
Dino and Lou are right behind him sprinting after Tommy. Sam puts himself between Dino, Lou, and Tommy and addresses the boys saying, "Dino and Lou, do you have business with the Don?" Lou is holding a baseball bat and Dino is holding a literal smoking gun. Dino tells Sam, No, we're just trying to talk to that cabbie over there." Tommy is holding his aching ribs, fully folded over and catching his breath behind Sam. Polly goes inside the restaurant because this isn't his business. Sam is calm. He's collected. He's in control of this situation. He points at Tommy and says, "This guy? This is the Don's favorite driver. So anything you got to say to him, you can say to me."
It's also kind of marking him, but okay.
In this situation,
I get it.
Dino waves his gun and says, "Oh, I'm not leaving empty-handed." Polly emerges from the restaurant with a full shotgun and catches up on the conversation saying, "Well, maybe you're not leaving at all." Polly cocks this big-ass shotgun and holds it steady, pointed at Lou and Dino. Again, short range, 4 feet away. They would explode.
Yeah.
This scene is enough for Dino. He turns to Lou and says, "Okay, let's go." Tail between their legs, Dino and Lou turn and walk down the block. Sam and Polly have their eyes locked on Dino and Lou, making sure they're not up to funny business or turning around. Tommy has caught his breath and thanks Sam and Polly for the save. Sam says, "Oh, it's the least we can do." I think they just also enjoy seeing Dino and Lou look like assholes.
Yeah, who wouldn't? These guys seem like they suck.
Polly loves this. He slaps Tommy on the back and tells him to come inside. The Don is gonna fucking love hearing about this. This is hilarious. The boys enter Salieri's and they lead Tommy upstairs to Don Salieri's office. The room is completely dark and all wooden. There's no windows here. It prevents prying eyes from seeing business being conducted, after all. The boys all stand around a big wooden table, waiting for Don Salieri to enter. The Don comes in, wearing a suit and smoking a fat cigar. He eyeballs Tommy and motions for him to sit. Behind Don Salieri is an older man with round glasses named Frank. Don Salieri sits first at the head of the table and asks for Tommy's name. Tommy is very formal. He introduces himself as Thomas Angelo, sir. Don Salieri has been caught up on some of the drama. He knows Tommy's cab got smashed up the other night and today, and Polly explains that it was some of Morello's boys. Morello is the Don of the other side of town. Now, Morello and Salieri do not get along. Imagine that. Don Salieri and Morello actually came up together. When they were young, they were both capos for one Don who ran the entire city when they were younger. After the old Don died, they split up the city and they acted peacefully for a while, but eventually with time, they both ended up getting greedy and it began a bit of a turf war.
One starts encroaching on the other.
Yeah, you can never split business with friends.
Nope.
Now the city is divided between family Salieri and family Morello, former friends turned full-on enemies. Don Salieri recognizes that the cab is Tommy's livelihood, and he tells him, look, I feel a sense of responsibility, so I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to set you up with a loan. Just enough to get the cab up and running again.
See, here's how it all starts. You get a favor from a Don, and you are fucked for life.
and I think Tommy knows this. Tommy's, again, 30. He's not a young buck. He's appreciative, but he's very firm. He says, I'm not looking for a handout. I just want a shot at the bastards who wrecked my cab.
Damn right.
And this amuses Don Salieri to no end. First of all, Tommy swerved the fucking loan shark bullshit, but respectfully, he was not rude to him. And then he's like, oh my God, this kid wants my permission to get into a fight.
Yeah.
That's fucking great. Sam and Polly exchange knowing glances, speaking a silent language only best friends can decipher. Don Salieri does overall appreciate this energy, and he tells Tommy, you got it. Anyway, all of Morello's gorillas hang out at a bar he owns. Polly knows the place. He'll go with you. There's a lot next to the bar where they park their cars. Go smash a few tin cans and send Morello a message. Let him know he can't rough up hardworking boys in my neighborhood without getting a black eye. Tommy is eager. He's like, first of all, really cool friend to make. Second of all, I fucking hate these guys. Let's do this. Tommy leans in and he says, thank you, Mr. Salieri. I won't let you down. Don Salieri nods at Tommy, and Polly leads Tommy out of the office so they can have some fun. On the way out, Don Salieri calls out, hey, Tommy, when you get back, we'll talk about what's next for you. The restaurant is crawling with made men in the Salieri family. Polly tells Tommy to tread lightly because none of these guys know him yet, and they'll be a bit defensive with new faces. Polly leads Tommy to a small room behind the restaurant above a garage to see Vincenzo, one of my favorite names. He's their gunsmith. He's polishing a shotgun when Polly and Tommy enter, and Vincenzo is very pleased to see them. Vincenzo leans over to shake Tommy's hand properly and asks if they need shooters or rods, which is such a cool way of phrasing that.
I love that this guy's like the Q.
Immediately. Polly says, oh, we're just busting up some cars. So Vincenzo hands Polly a beautiful wooden baseball bat and then offers them a round of Molotov cocktails.
Yeah, why not?
Cheers to that. Polly takes Tommy down to the garage to meet Ralphie, a mechanic who has a very deep stutter. Polly gives Ralphie a little shit and asks for a car.
Oh.
Don't you love when it's just like the easiest shot you can take at someone? Come on.
So mean.
Ralphie throws Polly the keys to a car, and Polly throws the keys to Tommy, telling him to drive. Tommy is a professional driver, so, you know. As Tommy peels out, Ralphie says, one day I'm gonna cut your brake lines, asshole.
Oh my God.
Okay, can I just say, this goes fucking nowhere. I was like, they're setting this up in the first time we meet this character. He's being shit on, he's being made fun of for a stutter, which, to be very clear, it's not even funny. Like, if you have a speech impediment, like, the fact that you're going out there, fuck yeah, I get it. Do what you gotta do. Making fun of stutters is lame.
It is.
Shut up. This goes nowhere. Everyone's just really cool with him, and they're not really giving each other shit like best friends are. They're kind of just not friendly. It's the strangest thing. I was fully like, oh, they're gonna turn on each other. I had my bets on it. I was like, Ralphie's gonna fucking burn this place to the ground like Milton in Office Space. Nah.
They're just family members that give each other shit.
Yeah. On the ride to Morello's bar, Polly and Tommy chat a bit. Polly admits that some of the business they execute involves bringing in Canadian whiskey, you know, because prohibition. And he actually offers Tommy a bottle. He says there's always some for friends of the family.
Nice.
And again, big deal, no alcohol in the States. Tommy, though, has a pretty good head on his shoulders. He declines immediately, saying, I don't drink. That stuff's no good for you, but thank you. Like, very firm but polite. And as someone who doesn't drink, Polly handles this so much better than most people in the world.
It's crazy how poorly a lot of people handle when somebody says no.
You're like, hey, I don't really want a cocktail. I don't drink. Like, oh, do you want a beer?
Oh, you're quoting somebody that directly said that to me.
Yeah, I watched it and it was fucking hilarious.
What, you just don't drink whiskey anymore? Like, what do you mean you don't drink?
What are you on, like, clear liquor or something? Is it like a diet thing? Like, no, I don't drink alcohol.
It's great, though, that this is modeled after Chicago, because that was a very popular city for importing of alcohol from Canada because you had the lake right there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very easy to get that across the border there. That's where, like, Elliot Ness and the Untouchables were.
Exactly. And we think about Sinners, that's where the Irish and the Italian gangs, both the Sinners brothers worked for both of the gangs out there.
That's right, yeah.
Who were both importing whiskey. So then when they come back to the juke, they've got Italian wine and Irish beer that they stole from both families. So I know my history.
Yeah, from Sinners.
From Sinners. Now Paulie starts glamorizing the life. He says, oh, and you know, what we do, it's not just about the booze, it's the places we deliver to. We get to meet dames, we get to stack money, we live in this lifestyle and it's the fucking best. He's glazing the shit out of being a gangster. Like he's trying to sell Tommy on the life of a bad boy. It's so fucking silly.
This is a job interview at the end of the day.
Truly. And Tommy's like, hey, you're a dork. That's great. But all I want to do right now is beat the shit out of a car. My testosterone is crazy right now. I have to punch something. Polly's like, okay, we're going to go punch something. Calm down with your rage boner. Just be very clear. Don't let anyone see your face. But if anyone does see your face, hit them hard enough that they won't remember it. You forget 1,000 things every day, pal.
No more GTA.
It's very influential. They arrive and Paulie leads Tommy down an alley and into a fenced parking lot where Morello's guys all have their cars parked. There's 3 gorgeous cars parked there and Tommy starts fucking swinging on them.
Hell yeah.
I was really impressed with this and I just want to like glaze Hangar 13 for a second. Where you hit the car with your bat is exactly where the car would see damage. And I fucking love that attention to detail. Nothing drives me more crazy in a game than when you punch something on like the arm and then the face gets bruised.
Right.
It's so cheap and it's so dumb. But like you see this championed in Dead Space in 2008. And then even from that era of gaming into today, there's still some games that slack on it where you don't see damage where you hit it. And it's not pixel perfect. It doesn't always have to be pixel perfect. There can be a radius.
Not gonna lie, even for how like close to attention to detail as they are, Rockstar didn't get this good for a very long time.
Oh, and that's so disappointing.
Right?
Like, you're Rockstar.
Yeah, you make a horse's nuts shrink in water, but no, if I hit the windshield, then the back window shatters for some fucking reason.
And you're like, that's not the physics of that.
Yeah.
What do you mean? But I've just, to glaze Hangar 13, really appreciated this attention to detail. As Tommy's beating the shit out of some vehicles, the noise does attract some boys. A few of Morello's guys come out, and Paulie and Tommy tag team this beatdown and knock these fucking dorks out cold. Paulie figures there's more guys coming and tells Tommy to torch what's left of the cars. Now, as we discussed, Tommy doesn't drink, but he does know how to knock back a Molotov cocktail. Paulie is impressed with the fire, as any wide-eyed idiot would be, and Tommy figures the whole fucking block heard that one, so they gotta get out of here. And Paulie knows just the way out, and he steals Dino's personal car.
Oh, God, he is not gonna like that.
Paulie pops open a garage door and is like, yep, this is Dino's car, let's fucking take it.
He's had his eye on that fucking thing.
Exactly, and Tommy's like, how do you know this one's Dino's? And Paulie tells Tommy, if I don't like you and you got a nice car, I'm gonna know where you keep it.
Hell yeah.
Which made me love Paulie so much. The boys boost this car and Tommy drives them off. Just as they go out to the street, cops begin to arrive and swarm them, responding to the fire. Now, the cops in this game do have something similar to GTA, where if you're in the middle of chaos, they might follow you. If you just did a crime, they might chase you. And you do have to drive fast and evasively to lose the cops.
Fair enough.
So one, Tommy's cabby skills are canonical to this for knowing the city really well, even though you have a HUD. But two, it does add an element of stakes, and it does make you strategize how you go through the city to get out of there.
Smart.
On the drive back, Tommy asks Paulie if Salieri has any cops on payroll, because they're being chased by 40. And Paulie says, they have a few, but Morello's the one with the police chief in his pocket. The boys get back to Salieri's, and Ralphie is confused because he sent them out with one car, and they came back with a completely different car.
Yeah, but it's a better car.
And that's what Paulie says. He's like, yeah, this car's better. Shut up. Polly and Tommy return to Don Salieri's office, where the Don, Frank, and Sam are still sitting around the table. Polly is pleased to announce that the job is done. No trouble. Didn't even see Morello, but fucked his shit up, that's for sure. Salieri is very happy to hear that. Don Salieri says, all right, that's the difference between me and Morello. I'm a businessman. Everything I do is for my business and for my boys.
He's a busy businessman who only cares about business.
And booze. Morello is a hothead. When he gets mad, he gets stupid. Polly tells the Don, you wouldn't have to worry about that with Tommy here. He was aces the whole way. Don Salieri nods and says, you know what, I'm glad to hear it. He turns to Tommy and explains, look, I've got a growing business here. We could use a guy like you to help out around the bar, maybe run some errands, make sure bills get paid on time. Are you up for that? Tommy's eyes light up. Honestly, he had a great time, and Polly made this sound like a fucking dream. He's tired of driving a cab for cranky riders. He wants a little stability. He wants to stack some money, and honestly, he wants to have some more fun. These boys are cool.
I get it.
Tommy's leaning in and nods and saying, oh, it would be an honor, sir.
We need a new driver.
Don Salieri is pleased and says, all right, good. Look, Polly and Sam have already vouched for you, but you need to understand we have some rules around here. And I'm going to tell you, Tom, the rules are kind of bullshit except for one.
Okay.
Number 1, no cursing.
What the fuck?
Okay, so I've broken this rule. Don Salieri, pretty clean mouth. Some of the boys swear a little bit, but for the most part, this is kind of a bullshit rule.
Okay.
Number 2, we don't deal in the hard stuff. We don't want dope fiends. This is a real rule. Don Salieri, very clear. He wants nothing to do with drugs.
Okay.
He's just in the booze business. Maybe he does a little human trafficking, but but no dope, which that's pretty admirable.
Kind of respect that.
Number 3, stay out of trouble with the cops. Like we said, Morello owns most of the cops. It's too political.
You were just chased by 40 of them, but okay.
Yeah, but none of them caught you. Goes through the rules and says, got it memorized?
Oh my God.
Tommy agrees to those terms. Don Salieri tells him, good. All right, now the only thing that matters to any of us is loyalty. Do not abuse my trust. Tommy assures him he won't have to worry. Don Salieri smiles out of the corner of his mouth. He stands, opens his arms, and says, welcome to the family.
Hell yeah.
Tommy stands and goes to Don Salieri. They hug and seal the deal with a nice little cheek kiss. With business wrapped and a new brother-in-arms joining the family, they go downstairs for dinner.
That's the entirety of initiation?
Motherfucker, they met 40 minutes ago.
But, like, remember in Old Country what they had to fucking go through.
Okay, so to catch you all up, minor spoilers, but this happened in the first act. In Mafia: The Old Country, the prequel to this game, the game that Sam's father lived through, for the most part, again, he died.
Yeah.
Enzo, our protagonist, was an indentured servant for months.
For ages.
He lived in a pig pen. And after months of unpaid labor, he was accepted. And when it was in a cloaked ceremony.
Yeah.
They woke him up at like 2 a.m, dragged him into a wine cellar, cut open his lip.
It's a blood ritual.
And he had to swear on a prayer card that if he turned his back on the family, he would burn in hell for eternity.
And here it's a kiss on the cheek.
Here it's such a pinky promise of like, do you want to be my best friend?
Honestly, I can see why the Mafia was kind of failing by this point.
You see how the institution started falling apart because they gave up on the pageantry?
Yeah. They've gone soft over the years.
When you give up on the blood ritual, it really shows a sign of the times. And maybe that's the Americanization of it.
You know, maybe.
You know, in Sicily, they open up your face, you bleed from it, and they make you promise that your soul will be dedicated to the family or you will die a painful death. Here they're like, you gonna be my friend?
Yeah, no wonder this game opened with Tommy meeting with a cop.
Just to remind you that this is a flashback.
Yeah.
Tommy becomes a fully patched in member of the Salieri family.
Fully patched in.
Just thinking about Days Gone. And he spends the first few days doing regular work. He does his onboarding paperwork. He gives HR his W-2. He moves some crates around. He hangs around the bar. He gets to know people. He's a new made man. He gets a nice hat.
He's in training.
Yeah, he's shadowing. He's doing a stage.
Yeah.
He's staging Polly. The routine gets spiced up one day when Tommy gets called to Don Salieri's office. Don Salieri is in his office with Frank, the older guy, Paul, and Sam. The Don says today is collection day, and he wants Tommy to drive Sam and Polly around town collecting money from their partners. Pretty classic Mafia shit.
Calling them partners, though.
Frank reminds the boys to not lay a hand on someone unless they, need to or kind of want to.
You gotta intimidate them a little bit, but we still need them to do their jobs.
Yeah. The Salieris need to be seen as the safe protectors, with Morello looking like the knee breakers. It's better for business, but also do not let anyone skip a fucking penny. He didn't say fucking. Freaking penny.
Stinking pennies.
A stinking penny.
Which they don't make anymore.
Oh, this is such a dated time.
Yeah.
Tommy swings by Vincenzo first to pick up some protection. Always good to keep it wrapped. Vincenzo reminds Tommy not to shit his pants. And at this point, call him Vinny. He's a made man. But please don't shit your pants. But also the fact that Vinny said that, that's a specific line, I was like, there's a missing scene here.
There's been an incident in the past.
It's 100% Ralphie, right? Did Ralphie shit his pants? Tommy heads down to see Ralphie, who quickly teaches Tommy how to break into a car with a screwdriver. And I was like, Ralphie's the best fucking character. I'm gonna protect him with my dying breath. What a sweetheart. Tommy fires up Dino's stolen car, which I am more than happy to drive around town. And he's quickly joined by Sam and Polly. They start at a bakery, then off to a shop in Chinatown, and then finally out to a motel on the outskirts of town. That motel is very important because that's also where sometimes some product gets moved around. At the motel, Sam and Polly head in and tell Tommy to wait outside by the car. They might have a chat, might have a drink, hang out for a second. Moments after they enter, there is a popping sound and Polly limps out to Tommy holding a gunshot wound in his stomach.
Oh my god.
Barely said hello, now he's bleeding. Tommy catches Polly as Polly collapses. A man stands in the doorway with a suit and a hat holding a gun. The man says, "Tell Salieri that from here on out this place is ours, and don't come back here." This is one of Morello's stinky boys.
This motherfucker.
Morello's stinky boy goes back inside. Polly reaches up at Tommy and begs him, "Go get Sam. They're beating him for information." Polly's guts are falling out of him. He's like, "Go get my boy." That's on some brotherhood shit.
Yeah.
With that, Tommy heads into the motel. The motel is crawling with stinky boys, and Tommy takes them out one by one. Tommy clears the area and goes to Sam, who has had his ass absolutely smashed the fuck in by a bunch of Morello boys.
Oh my god.
Just as they're leaving, one last Morello stinker runs over, hits Tommy, and runs off with a duffel bag.
Just sucker punches him.
Yeah. Sam tells Tommy he's got the money, so Tommy runs after that bastard. Tommy goes outside, and Polly asks where Sam is, and Tommy says he's okay, he's inside. Polly watches as the stinky boy with the duffel bag peels out of the parking lot in a car and yells, "Okay, if Sam's fine, let's go get the money."
While he's bleeding from the guts.
They're both bleeding so much. And he's like, "Well, Sam's with a bunch of dead bodies. No one can hurt him. You and I gotta go after the fucking bag." This man got fucking shot. He is so focused on getting the bag. This is a toxic work environment.
This is the definition of ride or die.
Truly, because he's very close to dying.
He's probably going to do both here in a minute.
Yeah, and he has no respect for a positive work-life balance, so he's like, "Let's go." Tommy tears ass after the stinky boy, and during the chase, more stinky cars full of Morello's stinky boys show up, firing on Tommy and Polly. Tommy rams his car into the stinker, crashing it and shooting out the other cars. Tommy leaves all of Morello's stinky boys dead in the street.
I'm sorry.
I got yelled at for saying the G word.
Cooner anymore.
Can I tell you?
Calling them stinky boys.
The way I had to search and replace in this whole fucking script after being yelled at so many times in the Discord. in DMs and in like by like real life friends, like people I have actual relationships with that I know some of their family stuff. You know, like have been like, you have to stop saying the G word.
You gotta stop saying gooner.
Oh, you can say it, but I fucking can't. Yeah, so I hit
You can say goon. It's just you can't say gooner.
I know I'm gonna say it. If you give a mouse a goon, she's gonna say the full thing, you know?
What's funny is you can call them Goombas.
Why would I do that?
Okay, never mind.
Tommy leaves a trail of stinky bodies behind. In the present, Tommy tells Detective Norman that this is where he should have taken off, just left it all behind.
Oh, we're cutting back from the flashback now?
It's 1938.
Okay.
He couldn't go back to just being a nobody after that. Detective Norman asks, so that's how you go from a cabbie to a mob enforcer?
Yeah, basically.
Just pure dumb luck? He explains that at the time, for every $1 Don Salieri pulled in, Don Morello was pulling in 10.
Damn.
Salieri was the working man's mob boss. He just wasn't doing the same numbers. He didn't have the same pull with the cops or politicians or business owners. He was a blue-collar mob boss.
That's why he didn't have the blood ritual.
Yeah. He's like, we are actively recruiting.
Yeah. Come join my club, guys.
Please, we need the numbers. We're going to lose funding. Don Morello rode around like his shit didn't stink. Full on, head to toe white suits, rare imported cars, walking around like he was the king of Lost Heaven. He was as big as his own bravado, and the whole fucking city knew who he was.
Compared to his stinky boys, that's why he didn't stink.
All the stink was left for the stinkers here, you see. Don Morello's the big cheese. Tommy tells Detective Norman about a time that Don Morello beat a man to death in broad daylight with cops watching him.
Ooh.
And he didn't even get a nasty look from anyone. That's how fucking hard he ran the city. Detective Norman asks if Tommy had more run-ins with Morello's crew, and Tommy says, well, not at first. It was quiet for a while when he first joined. Then, in 1932, things got a little nasty again. Tommy's been a made man for about 2 years, and he's sitting in Salieri's restaurant, talking to Don Salieri. There's a big race coming up, and Salieri's driver is amazing. He couldn't lose a race if he walked the track. Sam and Polly have a lot of money on the Salieri driver, and so does the house. Honestly, at this point, most of the neighborhood have money on Salieri's driver. The whole Salieri family and the extended family stand to win a lot of money if their boy pulls through. The only problem is they heard of a hotshot European racer in town who's going to be driving for Morello, and no one can find him. They're hiding this guy, and he knows that he's in hiding because he needs to avoid his kneecaps getting blown the fuck out before the race. Tommy listens to this, and he sees a solution. All right, we can't fuck up the driver. We can go fuck up his car.
Damn right, that's the one thing I know how to do.
And I learned it from Morello's Stinky Boys.
Yeah.
Don Salieri loves this plan, and he gives Tommy his blessing to go fuck that car up. And Tommy's like, absolutely, let's go make some fucking money. Tommy goes to our boy Ralphie in the garage, and Ralphie hears him out, and he's got a plan. One of Ralphie's car friends down at the racetrack is a guard, and his guard friend might look the other way while Tommy grabs the European's race car.
Nice.
Then Tommy can take that car down to Ralphie's other friend's shop. He's got a car shop downtown, and they can do a little tinkering under the hood. Just enough so it turns on, passes in quick inspections, but might not last the whole race, if you know what I mean. Does all that, Tommy brings the car back, the guard keeps looking the other way, bing, bam, boom, get out of there. Tommy loves this plan, and he loves Ralphie. Ralphie's super proud of this plan. He's like, fuck yeah, we're gonna make some fucking money. But just reminds Tommy he has to move very fast. There's a short window of time when there's only one guard on duty, and the next guy on shift is an asshole. They keep reiterating that the guy that Ralphie's friend works with is a huge piece of shit. So they're like, you have to go so quick because everyone hates this man. Tommy drives down to the racetrack and meets up with Ralphie's friend. Ralphie's guard friend brings Tommy to the garage, showing off the European's tricked out race car, a 1929 Carrozzella C Series, a car based on the Alfa Romeo 8C 2600 Monza.
Oh, that one.
It means nothing to me. I'm
Nope.
sure it'd be cool for someone. Tommy gets into the race car and drives off to Ralphie's friend's car shop, and he has to be very careful to avoid cops because he is in a very fancy race car. So this is actually kind of interesting because if a cop does see you, he'll be like, "Excuse me, it's a Tuesday night."
I've got money on that car, so I know.
Yeah, that is not a Honda, sir.
Yeah. A Honda 1932.
I don't know. This is how little I know about cars. I don't know. Now, because we're on a tight schedule, this is a timed event, which I thought was a really smart element of gameplay for this section. It actually added some real-world stakes, and I felt very invested in this, and I liked it. Tommy drops the car off at Ralphie's other friend's car shop, and then does the normal thing and chain smokes by a gas pump.
Gas wasn't flammable yet.
It wasn't?
No.
That's dame shit to not smoke by the gas, you
Right.
see? Real men. Ralphie's mechanic friend fucks up the car's engine and then warns Tommy he needs to drive pretty easy. The car is set up to misbehave from here on out. Now, the ride back has the same timed feature, but if you're too heavy on the gas, the car will stall out and fuck up your drive, which I thought was even better gameplay.
Oh, that's really cool.
You start with a time trial, you get the path, and then you have to come back and also manage your gas. And I was like, this is good gameplay.
Yeah.
I like you, Hangar 13. Tommy brings the trick car back down to the track and goes home. Because the next guard's a huge piece of shit and fucking hates everyone. Like, they drill this. I'm so underplaying it. They drill this home so hard, and we never meet this character. Like, it's not a big deal. He doesn't come back around. The next morning is race day. Everyone is excited, and the atmosphere is electric. Sam, Polly, and Tommy are smoking cigarettes down by the track where there's gas lines, shooting the shit, having boy time. Frank, the older guy, breaks up the party and asks Tommy for a quick word. Frank is usually stone-faced, but he looks really worried here. Frank explains to Tommy that they have a bit of a situation. Morello found the Salieri driver last night and broke his arm and his jaw.
Oh my god.
It's tough luck. Anyway, you're racing for him now, so can you get down to the track because the Don wants to win as much as he wants Morello to lose.
It's honestly surprising Tommy wasn't the driver from the get-go.
You get the cabby, come on. The way Frank is like, you're the driver, get down there, goodbye, is very funny to me.
He was literally introduced as the Don's favorite driver at one point, even before he worked for him.
Before the Don even met him. It's just what Sam's saying to talk shit. Tommy does feel bad for the racer, but is pretty eager to make Don Salieri proud of him.
He's like, I kind of want to do this anyway.
This is going to look really good for me. Frank tells Tommy the gun goes off in half an hour. Get on the track right now. Which is like, you have 30 minutes and you're just now putting someone in the car.
Granted, he does know the other car's gonna be fucked up.
Yeah, he's like, if I go over 40, I've got this motherfucker smoked. Tommy takes his marching orders and marches on. Sam and Polly have been 3-4 feet away watching this and are reserved, but are rooting for their boy. But they're like, Jesus fucking the new guy? I guess he's a cabbie. Let's go. Now, there is a racing level in Mafia the Old Country, and as I was playing this, I was like, oh, that's why that was in Mafia the Old Country.
There
This is
it is.
homage to the first game. This makes sense. I see why. Because, like, Enzo, it's like near the turn of the century. Cars aren't a big deal.
Right.
Enzo was an indentured servant for most of his life. He's not used to being around cars. Why would he be the race car driver?
They couldn't go over 60 at the time.
You have to push them. Like, you have to get out of the car and,
do
like,
the crank.
do like the pull like it's a lawnmower to get it started.
It's a go-kart.
It's genuinely, I think it's triangle. And otherwise the car doesn't move. And I was like, this feels kind of weird to put this in. I get it now, guys. I'm caught up. Now, historically in the first edition, this race is one of the biggest pains in the asses for
Ooh.
Mafia players and is notoriously difficult. And I think I had to run it like 2 or 3 times. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a great racing player.
Even with the other car getting fucked up.
Yeah, and it's so funny. So the cars line up, and almost as soon as the race begins, Morello's European race car burns out and starts smoking. Like, just fully out of the race immediately. So Tommy dips, ducks, dives, dodges, and drives through the competition. He wins the race, even if I had to run it 2 or 3 times. On easy. The Salieri family associates in the stands are screaming and they're jumping for joy, just doing rich people shit because they are all rich. After the race, Tommy goes to the track garage to meet up with his friends. Vinny is so excited to celebrate. The mechanic, like Ralphie's friend that fucked up the European race car, thanks Tommy. He says he had 6 months worth of rent riding on that race.
Oh my God, that's too much.
That is irresponsible gambling.
That's like $85 in 1930.
Dozens of dollars on the line.
Yeah.
Don Salieri himself tells Tommy that he did good, which is like if you've ever had a father that was proud of you. Oh my God. And he laughs about how Morella will be picking pennies up off the streets for weeks. Oh, feels good. Tommy is the mayor of the racetrack. Don Salieri hands Tommy a fat envelope and tells him he's earned it. Take a girl out somewhere nice. Tommy is beaming, but is miserably single.
Oh.
And he tells the Don he doesn't have a girlfriend, but he'll buy his mom a nice coat.
That's the most pathetic thing he could have possibly said.
Wait, I thought that was so wholesome.
It's wholesome, but like, I'm gonna get my mommy something because like he doesn't have any other woman in his life.
My mom could use a nice winter coat.
Partner, I don't necessarily mean that it has to be a woman.
Oh no, he's very straight.
Yeah, in 1930, you better have been.
And he's like straight coated as fuck.
Okay.
Like, there's not even a passing glance.
Okay.
Even the Brotherhood stuff, he's like, don't touch me. Don Salieri laughs at him saying he's gonna buy his mommy something nice.
See?
But he calls him a good boy, and Tommy is a good boy. The Salieri family are all wasted. There are crates of whiskey just appearing. Like this is a video game, but they are spawning. And everyone is celebrating how much money they all just made on the race. Tommy goes to grab a drink, and a woman from the restaurant congratulates him. This is Sarah, and she has a short, wavy bob and a no-nonsense accent. Her father is Luigi. Luigi is a chef at the Salieri restaurant, and he has been in the lifestyle for a long time. So Sarah has been in the lifestyle for a long time.
And Luigi's are American heroes.
Yeah, every single one without fail. Sarah tells Tommy, you know, I had my money on the other guy, so drinks are on you. Which is fucked up.
I just like that she showed up right as Tommy made a lot of money.
But they've like known each other. They just haven't really gotten a chance to talk.
Yeah, now they do.
She hands him a beer. Now Tommy, again, does not drink. He's been, even through Prohibition, he's like, it's not my thing. But he does take this bottle from her, and he knocks it back a little, just because he kind of wants to impress her. Sarah puts her hand on his face, adjusting his hair, and tells him, all right, now you're ready for the pictures. Tommy is smitten.
Yep.
In this moment, his eyes are cutting deep into hers, memorizing the way her face looks here, the way her face looked when he realized he wanted her. Sarah breaks his gaze and tells him to go find Polly, because Polly apparently is, in her words, so drunk he's gonna get hit by a parked car. We've all been there, and that's probably why Tommy doesn't drink.
Yeah.
Tommy puts down his barely sipped beer and promises to get Polly home safe. Tommy visits a little bit with the drunk Salieri family. Everyone is high-fiving him, being like, I just won so much money. Frank is worried about Polly making a fool of himself, but doesn't know where he went, which is a bad thing. Sam is smitten with a sex worker named Michelle, who is a very beautiful woman. Tommy finds Polly drunk and flopped over near a trash can, which is a metaphor. Tommy is the only sober person in like a 3/4 mile radius and has to take Polly back to his apartment. On the ride home, Polly commiserates about doing bad shit, being a bad boy, and how the lifestyle is wearing on him. He's in his 30s, so he just really hits that wall of like, oh my God, what am I doing with my life?
Oh, I've had the same job for 15 years now.
What do I do? Then, Polly demands to be taken to the ladies because he's lonely, and as he says it, he wants the sweet patooties.
Sweet patooties.
He says sweet patooties, Tom.
Oh, the language back then is just hilarious by today's standards.
Tommy drives him home and does not take him to the sweet patooties.
Oh, he needs his sweet patootie.
We want the sweet patooties. A few weeks later, Tommy is closing out at the Salieri restaurant. He's the last one there. He knocks his water glass back because, again, very sober. And he tells Luigi he's heading home. Luigi asks Tommy to walk his daughter, Sarah, back home, too. He explains that there's been some knuckleheads in the neighborhood and he wants her to be safe tonight. Tommy is like, oh my god, of course, this is for work and not because I'm secretly in love with her.
Knuckleheads.
I'll walk her home and keep her safe.
From the knuckleheads.
From the knuckleheads. And regardless, I like watching her walk from behind anyway. He doesn't say this, but it's implied.
Hate to see you go, but I love to watch you leave.
'Cause of the patooties. The way that Tommy and Sarah talk is familiar. Like, maybe they both like each other, but haven't really gotten to act on it quite yet. Tommy teases Sarah a bit about how protective her father is, and Sarah teases Tommy about hiding the bodies of her former flames.
Oh my god.
We find out that Luigi was hired on to be a hitman in the early days of his career, so this is a very valid statement on her part.
Luigi, that's a hitman? Never heard of that.
I love him. He's my favorite person. Tommy resolves to take her out on a proper date, complete with flowers. On the way to Sarah's place, they do run into a pack of stinky boys from the Morello family.
Oh no, not the stinky boys.
And these stinky boys have some serious, like, fuckboy haircuts.
Oh, I thought you were going to say stink lines.
Just the cartoon green lines above them. Basically, one of them, Billy, one of the stinkiest boys of them all, asks Sarah if she's stepping out on them, and she tells them to piss off. She's never afraid of anything. I love her. Tommy steps in, and they exchange some words, and then Tommy fist fights all of them off, which is fucking great.
Shit, yeah.
He beats the shit out of these stinkers while Sarah just watches on, seeing her man flex his muscles in the hottest way possible. After the fight, Sarah notices Tommy bleeding and takes him into her place to clean him up. She admits he has a great right hook. Ah! If you're a Mafia princess, this is probably like flowers for normal people. Right? Back at Sarah's apartment, Sarah uses her normal ass, like, I'm gonna put a button-on sewing kit to stitch Tommy up. She encourages him to take a swig of booze for the pain, and Tommy doesn't love that, but he does, because he'll just do whatever she says now. He tries to leave, but he's swaying and bleeding everywhere, so Sarah tells him he's crashing on her couch tonight, because don't go out there. The stinky boys are also probably on the streets looking for him, so you're not in any shape to walk home alone right now.
You're drunk and losing blood.
Yeah. Tommy agrees because he can't fight that, and he asks her for an extra blanket because he's a very polite, good boy.
I'm going to sleep on the couch.
He bought his mom a coat. Sarah says she doesn't have an extra blanket, and the heat's been out, so she decides to lean on him for warmth.
Oh.
Tommy says, this'll do, and they spend the night cuddling. In the original Mafia, the City of Lost Heaven, Tommy and Sarah have an extremely sensual sex scene.
Oh. Wait, so of all the things to cut,
they made this less horny?
Like Grand Theft Auto, which one was it?
Hot coffee?
The hot coffee thing from Los Santos. Yeah. Like they got so much trouble for that. Granted, it was because they didn't disclose it. But like the fact that they got in so much trouble for that and Mafia got away with it, and then in the future they cut it out when we have like so many games. Like Baldur's Gate 3 has some intense hardcore fucking. Like genuinely. But this definitive edition, they cut the sex scene?
This is, I mean, we've covered season to date, Dispatch.
Yeah.
Pretty horny. We see some areola.
We see a lot in Dispatch.
A pretty graphic sex scene, even though it's a dream. Baldur's Gate, mostly graphic sex scenes.
Yeah.
And in this one, they cut the very and like when I say sensual, it's you don't see hard nudity. You see like backs, but they're like kissing necks and moaning. There's a lot of like long touching,
thrusting.
A little bit, yeah. Here they're snuggling.
It's just a cuddle session.
They're fully clothed, shoulder to shoulder on the couch, just because it's cold out in Chicago.
Oh my gosh. That's a weird decision, I'm not gonna lie.
Tommy's a nice boy who wants to buy his mommy a coat. It's interesting that they took a classier way instead of making it more raunchy.
That is an interesting take.
But it was such an interesting change for like 18 years ago. We could have gotten away with that.
This is why people complained.
This will sell more games.
The funny thing being, it sold the exact same amount of copies.
To its fucking teeth. You get 2 million copies with the sex scene, you get 2 million copies without the sex scene. Your fucking pick.
Sex is supposed to sell, guys.
It's fine. The next morning at work, Tommy tells Don Salieri and the boys about how a bunch of Morello stinky boys tried to jump him and Sarah last night while he was walking her home, because he's a very nice boy and her dad asked. I was not being weird, I swear. Don Salieri is furious. He's known Luigi for fucking ever, and he sees Sarah basically as his own daughter, the daughter he never had. She's the Mafia princess. Paulie is pissed. He says he'll rip those fucking punks apart with his bare hands. Salieri actually is like, I love that idea. I think you should teach those boys a lesson. Break every bone in their bodies, put them in wheelchairs, and bust up their faces so bad even their own mothers can't look at them without screaming. Leave them laying in the street. Let the whole freaking city, they don't swear, let the whole city know Salieri doesn't allow mad dogs to run wild in his neighborhood.
Dear God.
He gets on the soapbox and he's like, the fucking fear of God.
The freaking fear of God.
The freaking fear. Sam, Paulie, and Tommy are like, abso-fucking-lutely, sir. 1, this sounds great. 2, we have to get some aggression out. Let's go do it. The boys head out, promising Salieri that they got this. Sam tells Paulie and Tommy he's going to go patrol their turf and sends Tommy and Paulie to go hunting. They have a tip that these assholes may be out in Chinatown, so go follow up on that. Paulie and Tommy head out to Chinatown with some baseball bats. Tommy has the name of one of the stinky boys, Billy, the stinkiest of them all, and they start asking around. Thankfully, these boys have friends everywhere, and they find out that the Morello assholes are hanging out behind a gas station. Because that's what you do in the 30s.
Yeah, smoking cigarettes.
You gotta go chain smoke near gas stations. Paulie and Tommy roll up on the stinkers, and they spot Billy almost immediately with his little dummy friends. Tommy beats the ever-living shit out of Billy and Billy's friends, but a few break off, including Billy and another guy in the gang named Johnny. Tommy and Paulie chase after Billy and Johnny, and they get led to a Morello hideout. Of course, these boys are like, let's go to where there's more stinkers. This turns into a massive firefight, and then after the firefight, a full-on car chase. Billy and Johnny escape in a hot rod, so Tommy and Paulie borrow a stranger's car to chase after them. This neighborhood beatdown escalates into Paulie hanging out the window of a car, shooting at a moving vehicle.
Oh my God.
The boys tear ass through Little Italy until Billy crashes his car. Tommy and Paulie pull over, rolling up on the scene and looking down at the 2 battered boys laying defeated in the wreck. Billy nods at them, still alive, and looks up to see Paulie and Tommy. Billy, the absolute stinky coward that he is, begs for what's left of his pathetic little life. Tommy lets him beg, and Paulie gives him the gift of the long sleep, putting one right between his beady little eyes.
Oh.
Paulie looks at Johnny, determining, well, this one's already dead, and he tells Tommy that you can't hesitate with these animals. Tommy is a little shell-shocked because also he was sent out to, like, punch a couple guys, and then he sees someone get shot, like, point blank in the head.
Right between the eyes,
it's jarring, you know.
Yeah. Also, I'm wondering how edited this is for him telling the cop the story.
Oh, yeah, this is... he may not be the most reliable narrator.
Yeah.
That's good context to keep in mind. With Tommy shell-shocked, Paulie kind of just tells him to shake it off. Remember, these guys wanted to hurt Sarah. They leave the scene before the cops get there. A few days later, back in the office, Sam, Paulie, and Tommy are playing cards. Paulie loses his hand miserably and says, I can't afford this lifestyle anymore. How much fucking money were you putting on the cards with your friends where you're crying this hard?
I mean, gambling addiction is pretty bad.
We're one of the few podcasts not sponsored by gambling.
Right.
And you're welcome.
We will not be, I promise.
We are proudly Patreon funded, and we're grateful for that, and we love you all very much. Thank you.
We live in a city that is founded on people losing their shirts over gambling. So.
And mafias.
And mafias, yeah.
Viva Las Vegas, baby. Don Salieri and Frank enter the room, looking solemn. Don Salieri shows off that he's pretty pissed pretty quickly, and he says, the coroner ID'd Billy, as the son of City Councilor Galati.
Oh, no.
Motherfucking stinky boy. City Councilor Galati is now sympathetic to Morello even more than he was before, and he is determined to drive the Salieri family out of town for killing his stinky boy.
Oh, damn it.
And that one stinky boy that Polly didn't shoot, Johnny? Yeah, Johnny actually survived the car crash.
Oh, shit.
So now Johnny is living long enough to ID Polly and Tommy.
Oh, damn it.
Polly is absolutely mortified. This is so embarrassing. He came back and was like, we killed all the stinky boys. Their bodies are so destroyed no one can find them. We're in the clear. Sarah's order is restored to the world, you know?
No, you fucked all this up, Polly.
4 days later, they're like, everything you said was fucking wrong. Don Salieri is not happy, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
He instructs the boys to go to Billy's funeral. Sam is going to go sit in the back and ID Johnny and take care of him.
Oh my God.
Finish the fucking job. While that's happening, Tommy is going to go to a business nearby that has recently decided to defer from the Salieri family to the Morello family. Because that's starting to happen now, and he's fucking pissed. Now, the business they're sending Tommy to is a business that the Don, Polly, and Sam have personally invested a lot of money to in the last few years. Especially Sam and Polly. Tom, it's a brothel.
Oh, okay.
You were like, what could it be?
I'm like, okay, like a liquor store, like something like that. Nah, brothel, women.
It's a
okay,
brothel.
They're doing some sex trafficking up in this place. It's probably better that they don't have money invested in that place.
Now, Frank explains that literally every single woman that works there knows Sam and Polly, so they'd be suspicious immediately.
Biblically.
But because Tommy does not indulge in this line of work, he can slip in and out and in and out and in and out without causing a stir. The Don wants Tommy to remind the manager of his obligations and then blow the place up.
Oh my God.
Now, this surprises Tommy because he was hired as a driver.
Right.
And to this point, he's mostly been a driver. But the Don says, look, Morello wants to take businesses away from us. He'll inherit craters.
Holy shit. That's pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie.
So it's, when he says it, it's fucking cool as shit. You're like, absolutely, boss. Let's do this.
I love how he's like, no cursing, but we're gonna blow up a business.
But I'm going to blow up a brothel full of women.
And I'm gonna make you go and kill somebody at a funeral.
Polly, you sit this one out. You've only disappointed me this week.
Yeah.
The Don instructs Tommy to go to the brothel, kill the manager, then go up to the manager's office and grab any documents and money he can. At least, like, loot what you can get. And then bomb the place and get out. Frank warns Tommy that one of the women working there has been passing information from the Salieri family to the Morello family.
Why are you telling her this stuff? I mean, actually, most sex workers will tell you it's just all talking.
It's mostly... Some people will do anything to get out of therapy. I was about to make it a gendered thing, and it's not a gendered thing.
No.
There's certainly some lenient... I'm not going to get into that.
Right.
You get it. When you feel comfortable with someone, you just start unloading. Regardless if that's with your mouth or your other head. Am I going to get deflagged on or something on this?
No, we're not monetized anyway.
Okay. Again, thank you, Patreon. We do not make money on YouTube. So Frank's like, hey, if you can also find the sex worker that is smuggling information to the rival family, can you kill her personally, please?
Oh my God.
Tommy is like, again, I was hired to drive and now you have me killing women. This feels bad, but it will be good for my career, so I'm gonna just navigate this one.
Yeah.
Frank hands Tommy a photo of the woman in question, and this is Michelle, the trick that Sam was with the night of the race.
Oh, okay.
The picture's on the table and Sam sees this and immediately his face drops and he's sad, but he is strong because he knows this is not personal. This is family business.
He's like, that one's my favorite though.
It's my favorite. He doesn't say anything, but his face says everything. And like, this is a moment where Hangar 13 doing mocap hits hard because there are no lines, but you see everything across his face.
And I imagine like the pixelated version of 2002 just being like squiggle lines.
Yeah. This polygon looks sad.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, his face is slightly downturned. He must be upset. That's the noise it made. Yeah. That's exactly that. The Don figures that the blast from the brothel being blown up should be enough commotion to cover Sam killing Johnny at the funeral. They're only a few blocks apart. It's a small city, so it'll be loud enough to cause a scene. Sam is like, okay, on my end, how do I know who Johnny is? And they say, hey, Johnny just survived a car wreck. So he's going to look like the guy who just survived a car wreck.
Look for the guy that's covered in bandages, probably in a wheelchair.
He is going to have his arm in a sling and like a big band-aid across his head. And like no one else does. And everyone's like, Sam, that was a stupid question. Sam and Tommy head out. Tommy grabs bombs from Vinny, who is sad that the brothel is getting blown up because it used to be a real fun cat house. Sam and Tommy drive out, and on the way, Sam tells Tommy, hey, look, just as a friend, please don't kill Michelle. Just tell her to get out of town, give her some cash, tell her to not come back. And he hands him a big stack of cash. He's like, give this to her, help her get out of town, tell her just stay out. Save her life, get the fuck out of here.
Bro, she's already proven she cannot be trusted.
But he's sweet on her.
Oh,
she
God.
does foot stuff. Tommy drops Sam off at the church for the funeral and then heads to the brothel to blow it up, which is a real sentence I just said. The brothel is posed as a hotel called Hotel Corleone.
Really?
Oh, I'm glad you caught that.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
For our listeners at home, in The Godfather Part 2, we find out that Don Vito Corleone inherited his last name from the town in Sicily he grew up in.
Yeah.
When he arrived at Ellis Island, he said his name was Vito from Corleone. So the officer listed his name as Vito Corleone. And then he would go on to found and grow the Corleone crime family as we know it today. In the movies.
Right.
1 and 2 are perfect. You can skip 3. Honestly, I think I like 2 more. I like the juxtaposition of him coming up and his son and everything.
I think most people would agree with you.
Yeah. See, and my dad had me watch all the Godfathers on Christmas every year, so I have a lot of opinions on it. It's a family movie, kiddo.
Oh my God. He said the same thing about Chinatown. That was one of those
his brain is
darkest
wrong.
Conversations I've had with your dad.
It's a terrible sense of humor.
Yeah.
Tommy enters the hotel, quote unquote, lobby and is immediately greeted by a very friendly hostess who asks if he's looking for company. Tommy wanders around, stumbling in on a meeting in the lounge where the hotel manager is toasting to some of the Morello Stinky Boys, saying the words, "Long live the Morello family."
Just loud and clear.
Yeah, fuck you, dude. Tommy goes to find Michelle and he corners her. He knows that the only way to do this is with fear, so he puts a gun to her face and tells her to get the fuck out of town. Michelle sobs. She's terrified and she promises she'll leave. She promises she'll never say anything and no one will ever see her again.
Sure, bitch.
Tommy gives her the money and tells her to remember this fear and to stay away from the city and never come back. With Michelle safely out of the building, Tommy heads back to the Morello circle jerk in the lobby and he kills the manager. This naturally turns into a massive firefight and Tommy has to shoot his way back up to the manager's office to secure the bag. Tommy does find some incriminating documents and large piles of cash, which he just gobbles the fuck up. After that, Tommy plants a big-ass bomb in the office, just as he begins to hear the sounds of cop cars rolling up in front of the hotel.
What is the response time for cops in fucking Chicago in 1932?
I mean, good. It's pretty good. They're pretty fucking fast.
It should be really long. Today, it's really long.
Yeah, there's more people there now. I don't know. So now Tommy's annoyed because he can't leave out the front door where his car was fucking parked, so he decides to take to the rooftops to escape.
Oh my God.
The bomb goes off and begins to send the city into absolute chaos.
Hell yeah.
The city plumes with dark smoke, sirens pierce the atmosphere, and there's gunfire everywhere as the hunt begins for the culprit. The cops spot Tommy, and now he's in hot pursuit. Tommy shoots at the cops as he runs through rooftops, and he makes it to the church where Sam has been stalking out Billy's funeral. Somehow, even with the entire city at war outside, the funeral has just been proceeding as planned. And also, somehow, against all fucking odds and logic, Billy has an open casket.
What the fuck?
Which I think would just be disgusting.
He got his face blown off.
He was canonically shot in the face.
Oh my Lord.
Close the fucking casket.
Yeah.
Tommy has climbed down from the rooftops of the church and made it to a side door behind the pulpit. And, like, he has to go some fuck-ass way because he was running through the rooftops. He kind of peeks through the door and he watches on as the funeral proceeds. Kind of going, hey, why the fuck are they having an open casket? This is crazy. In this moment, Johnny approaches the podium to address the mourners. His arm is in a sling and his face is completely battered. You know, signs that you're the only one that survived this car wreck.
Also, he's going to be the one publicly speaking at the actual funeral.
Yeah.
He will probably introduce himself.
He's like, I'm Johnny. I was there when he died.
Which one is it?
Sam asks some dumb questions sometimes. He's a sweet guy, though. So Johnny's up there. He's sobbing. He's like, Billy is my brother. Billy means the world to me. We had one night at the lake we promised we'd never talk about. It is what it is. And then he turns and sees Tommy out of the corner of his eye.
How?
His eye, the only eye that's not swollen
Yeah,
shut.
right?
And Johnny screams, that's the guy who killed Billy.
Oh, fuck.
In front of the entire Morello family at a funeral.
See, here's the thing. Again, I'm going to go back to what I was saying about how Tommy was telling the story to the cop.
Yeah.
He just got ID'd as the one who did the shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely lied to the cop saying he didn't kill fucking Billy.
And he forgot by the time he got to this part of the story. Damn. Yeah, no, canonically, I hard agree with you.
That's exactly 100%. What happened.
He's like, yeah, but Polly didn't give me a pep talk. I shot the shit out of that kid.
Yeah.
And just in this moment, imagine you went to school with Billy. You go to the funeral to pay respects. Maybe you went to a couple birthday parties. Family's been good to you, whatever. You're sitting there, you're like doing your fucking prayer. Some asshole is reading Corinthians out of context. And a brothel explodes 2 blocks away. And somehow everyone turns. The father says, eyes up here. The funeral doesn't fucking stop. And the guy who watched his best friend die goes to give a eulogy, and mid-eulogy, he outs the guy who killed Billy.
This is a wild day.
This is the best fucking funeral imaginable. You know the spread after this is going to be fucking insane. A Morello stinky boy runs to the front, gun blazing, and shoots wildly at Tommy.
Oh my god, in a church.
In a church during a funeral. So the brothel exploding down this block wasn't enough to fuck up the funeral, but the glimpse of an Italian man in Chicago at a mobster's funeral is somehow enough of a distraction to get them all riled up. Now, most of the mourners do make it out, because there's a lot of people with families, so they're like shuffling a lot of women out of there.
A lot of grandmas.
Kind of thing, yeah. There's a lot of family. It's an Italian funeral. Not known for small families.
Nope.
But the Morello stinky boys left standing start shooting at Tommy. Since his cover's blown and everything's a mess, Tommy's like, all right, I'm gonna fucking kill all of you. We're already at a funeral, just keep them piled up, father. Tommy resolves to kill Johnny for real this time. He does manage to just add a lot of stinky boys to the pile and eventually beats down on Johnny, putting him out of his misery.
Poor Johnny. He was already so beat up.
He was so grateful to be alive, and that was very short-lived.
Short-lived.
Like him and Billy. There's a moment of quiet. Then the priest who is proceeding over the funeral comes out of hiding, horrified at what's just happened.
All right, Lord, we're going to add a few more to this.
I'm going to give you the group rate, I guess, because this is kind of fucked up. Tommy explains to the father that these men were rapists, thieves, and killers. Priest says that, you know what? God would have forgiven them if they sought redemption, which...
should he, though?
That's a different podcast, but I don't love it. And then, some fucking how, Johnny stands with a gun pulled on Tommy, telling him, if you have any confessions, you better make it quick. Which is so fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie, it's a hard fucking line.
I mean, Johnny seems to be the one that just keeps rising from the dead.
Girl, I mean...
Are we sure we shouldn't be worshiping this guy next?
This is why he knows he's, like, following Christianity correctly. He's like, I've seen it happen. The priest stands between them, begging for no more bloodshed.
He's like, come on, guys.
I have to clean up after all of you. Johnny says no and gets ready to kill Tommy, when Sam blasts one right through Johnny's little pea fucking brain.
Oh, finally.
Johnny finally dies at the feet of the priest proceeding over his best friend's funeral. Tommy drops a stack of cash at the feet of the priest for his troubles. The priest says he doesn't want their blood money, and Tommy tells them, well, This should be enough to patch up the bullet holes and keep your mouth shut. The guy was doing a Morello funeral, so he's not a stranger to blood money.
No, that's true.
It's like,
Fair enough.
He's fucking got you there, my guy. Sam tells the priest to say the gunmen had East Coast accents. They must have been from out of town. Definitely not Salieri boys.
Like the priest is gonna lie.
And the priest tells them, I won't lie.
Yeah.
He says, but I won't tell the cops anything. Sam puts his gun, still hot from killing Johnny, on the priest and says, it would be a shame if we had to come back here. Jesus Christ, Sam.
That is pretty dark to do to a priest. I would have been like, let's just say this was during confession, and you have to be quiet about it now.
Do you think that that's real? Like, legally?
There are loopholes behind it, yes.
Shut up.
But they are supposed to keep everything that is said in that confidential, and like,
really?
the courts cannot ask them to betray that. Like, there is legally they cannot ask them to betray that.
Up.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm gonna go confess to some made-up crimes.
There are priests who have given up the cloth and then revealed some truths that they have discovered.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a very true thing, honestly. And I'm thinking back to it, Johnny did say, do you have any confessions? So he initiated the confession part.
How many Hail Marys is it for a massacre? Wait, will you tell me more about this off mic? Because I am genuinely fascinated by this. I don't know a lot about Catholicism, and every time I learn something more, I'm like, this is wild.
Yeah, it's a crazy world, I'm not gonna lie.
It's fascinating to me as an outsider. So Sam and Tommy leave, and Sam explains, hey, look, I'm so sorry. I got made as soon as I got to the church. They immediately were like, well, that's not a Morello guy. That's obviously one of Salieri's boys. So he had to go hide out, and he couldn't help until after it was more clear because he was completely cornered. They go to leave, and the entire block is crawling with cops. Sure, the brothel explosion kept most of the city occupied, but there's fresh gunfire at a Morello funeral. So that was kind of a big deal.
Yeah, they're not going to really care about the dead sex workers as much as, other people.
The gangsters that are lining their pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cops are very incentivized to go help out at the funeral shooting.
Yeah.
Sam and Tommy steal a hearse.
Hell yeah.
Because it was the first car that was parked right outside, and they tear ass through the city away from the mess downtown. It's a long drive to lose the cops. And again, they're in a hearse, so not very, inconspicuous.
But it's a cool fucking ride.
They look so fucking goth doing it. The boys make it back to Salieri's. Sam is at peace knowing that Michelle is safe, and he's very grateful to Tommy. Tommy is grateful Sam saved him, and the boys are like, all right, we're even then. But let's probably lay low for a while, because that was a pretty public killing spree.
A lot of people did see Tommy once Johnny said, that's the guy.
That man right there is the one that killed me and my friend and everyone here. Sorry. A lot of those people did die, though. Back in the diner in 1938, Detective Norman says, Jesus Christ, Tommy, you're confessing to a shootout in a church. Tommy holds his burning cigarette and sternly says, I'm not even to the hard stuff yet.
Oh my God.
He's so grizzled and cool by this point.
You ain't heard nothing yet.
Exactly. After the church shootout, the Salieri family did have to lie low. They couldn't cause a stir, and they began to lose some footing in the city. Morello started moving in on more and more Salieri businesses, and with City Councilor Galati in Morello's pocket, the cops didn't look twice when Morello's hold on the city grew. While the family was keeping quiet, Tommy did get to spend a lot more time with Sarah. It starts becoming known that they're dating, and Luigi, her father, is actually really pleased with this. He's happy she's been smiling so much, and he respects Tommy. He's a good boy who likes his mom. He bought her a coat.
And shot up a church.
And blew up a brothel. He's a good boy. Late one night in 1933, Frank calls Tommy for a job. Tommy drives through the rain and arrives at Salieri's ready to work. Frank tells Tommy he needs him to go out and help Sam and Polly with a whiskey shipment coming in tonight from Canada. Sam's meeting the Canadians at a farm outside of town, and Polly's going to oversee the trucks bringing the shipment into the city. Frank wants Tommy to go with Polly and help out, just in case. There's one very special case held for the Don specifically, so that needs to land back safely with the family. And the streets have been hot, so he's a little on edge. Just be careful. Tommy nods and heads out to accompany Polly. Polly has a massive shipping truck ready to go from a warehouse, and Tommy hops in to drive out with him to meet up with Sam. Polly says, look, it's an easy run. We go out to a quiet farm. No one's out here. It's late at night. We load up the truck. We bring it back. Literally nothing could go wrong.
Oh, don't ever say that.
Famous last words, my guy. On the drive, Polly gives Tommy shit about Sarah. He tells him, Luigi used to be a stone-cold killer back in the day, so, don't fuck this up, or he will murder you and take the blood out of your body.
Oh my god.
The boys arrive at the farm, but they don't see Sam, which immediately makes Polly nervous. Polly and Tommy get out of the truck and go looking for Sam, and it's just way too quiet out here. There's way too much stillness in the air. Tommy finds another truck with the Canadian shipment in it, and then when he opens the door, the driver's body tumbles out.
Oh,
dead.
damn. Oh, shit.
As the body drops, men come out of the shadows and demand Tommy drop his gun. This obviously starts a gunfight between Tommy and these weird as fuck ambushers. Tommy drops these dorks and goes looking around, trying to figure out who just jumped their supplier and where Sam is. We still haven't seen Sam at all. Polly joins after the firefight, saying he was looking for Sam and he still hasn't found him. Polly goes to look at the bodies and then is horrified when he holds up a badge. Specifically, a Border Patrol badge.
Oh, shit.
Tommy says, okay, well, in my defense, they didn't show a badge. They just started shooting at me.
Fair.
Polly figures these guys were in Morello's pocket and they were trying to bust their business. He's like, well, this is obviously Morello, but it is the cops, so we're fucked. Polly and Tommy are spooked, but Polly is determined to find Sam and get the fuck out of here. They go into a barn and see a pile of bodies. Horrifying, still warm. They're all their Canadian partners, shot to death and stacked like hay.
Oh, they were the Mounties.
Now they're mounted in a pile of bodies.
Oh, fuck.
Tommy has a moment for them, quietly mourning these poor bastards, and then goes back to looking for Sam. Thankfully, they haven't seen his body yet. Tommy goes to another barn on the property and finds more Border Patrol cops. This was their base of operations, and there's still a shit ton going over their findings from the take. Tommy takes them out and finds official documents showing that the cops were indeed tipped off about this handoff by Morello. That's enough for Tommy and Polly to say, fuck it, we ball. The boys start firing through the farm, like, fuck you, you're all dying. Tommy and Polly mow down Border Patrol cops and shoot their way forward. As they go, they see Sam finally. He's perched in a farm attic shooting down at the cops, but he's fully surrounded.
Oh, shit.
But he's going out like a motherfucker. As they make their way to Sam, more waves of cops show up. As the boys spot him in the farm attic, Sam catches a bullet and he falls out of sight.
No.
Tommy and Polly are furious and they shoot their way up to Sam. More waves of cops show up as Tom and Polly drag Sam from the farm all the way back to their truck. Polly gets behind the wheel and tells Tommy to shoot out the cops on their tail as they drive Sam to the doctor.
Gosh, the fact that Tommy has gone from the driver to the shooter.
And here, in the same way we saw 26 years ago, all the way in Sicily, the Trapani man is shot on the job and is loaded into the back of a truck, only to be defended by the new guy who's still proving his loyalty to the family.
Oh, damn. That's some real good parallels.
Oh, it's horrifying. Sam does not share the same fate as his father, though. Polly makes it to the doctor, and Sam gets help immediately. Polly tells Tommy he did good and sends him back to take the truck back. Sam tells Tommy he owes him one.
Yeah.
I was white knuckling, like, this is exactly how Luca died.
Yeah.
Oh my god. He's fine. He's great.
That's good.
He has a little bit of a limp. He's cool. Alone, Tommy drives the truck back and then resolves to see Sarah. He bursts into her apartment, wet from the rain and from the blood. He's exhausted, he's horrified, he's angry, he's relieved. He's feeling everything everywhere all at once. It hits him like a bullet. He stands there looking at her. He's numb and overwhelmed from everything. She goes to him. She takes his coat off. She sees the blood drip onto her fingers. Thick enough it oozes off of his clothes. He looks at her and simply says, "Marry me."
Oh, that is not where I saw this fucking scene going.
This didn't feel romantic to you, Tom?
No.
She holds him and says, "Okay."
Just okay?
Yeah.
Oh, that is not the kind of response you want when you propose.
No, you don't want her to be like, I bet.
I guess.
Sure.
Oh, so romantic.
He's so, like, dead inside from everything he just saw, and he's like, well, this feels like a good time to propose to my girlfriend.
Yeah, it sounds like she's dead inside just in general. She just said, okay.
They have a very complex relationship, okay? They can't all have our love, Tom. Weeks later, Don Salieri has called Tommy to meet him in a park. Here, in a public place, Don Salieri tells Tommy they have a mole. Don Salieri has been convinced someone's been leaking information, so he went to check the books last night, see who's been late on payments or skimming off the top. And he went to look. The books were gone.
No.
Now, Frank is the only one who could get to those books. It's clear Frank is the one who lifted the books, and every penny traced through the family for years are in those books.
Why do you write shit like this down?
They didn't have computers.
I know, but still, this just feels irresponsible.
Even in code, like,
Yeah.
it sucks. Frank has decades of evidence, and no one knows where he went. No one's seen Frank in a minute.
Oh, this son of a bitch.
Don Salieri has known Frank since they were little boys. They've been in business their entire lives. They've known each other for 50 years. Don Salieri is heartbroken, but he knows what he has to do. Every single cent they've made or paid are in those books. And if those books end up with the feds, everyone he knows and loves is going down. Tommy can't believe it. He's like, but Frank's the old guy. What do you mean?
What does he have left to live for?
But Don Salieri would not make this call if he wasn't 100% sure. He says he went by Frank's house, and Frank, his wife, and his daughter are all gone.
Oh, God.
Everything's gone. The house is empty. Frank's gone fully AWOL. And now, this is Tommy's mess to clean up. He wants Tommy to go get those books and save the family. And not Frank's family, the Salieri family. As Tommy leaves, Don Salieri tells him to go get those books no matter what. And then do what you have to do.
He can't even say it.
He can't even say, don't forget to kill Frank on your way out. He's just like, this fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Tommy starts hitting the streets looking for Frank. He follows a trail of tips that leads to Frank being escorted to the airport. Tommy stealths into the airport and says, all right, let's fucking do this. And he shoots the whole place up. He shoots his way to an airplane hangar where Frank and his family are being loaded into a small plane. Tommy holds the pilot at gunpoint and Frank, because why not?
Yeah.
Frank explains that Morello is closing in on him. He made a simple trade, safe passage out of the city, in exchange for the Salieri books. Frank pulls a key out of his coat, telling Tommy it's for a lockbox at a bank downtown. He promised Morello that he'd deliver the key after he and his family were safe. Instead, here at gunpoint, Frank gives the key to Tommy. Frank tells his wife and daughter to stay on the plane and buckle up. The pilot stands next to Frank, hands up, outside of the plane. Tommy asks the pilot if he's been paid, and the pilot says he has. He's also, like, shitting bricks. He, like, can't believe he's seeing a gun right now.
Yeah.
Tommy tosses cash to the pilot and says, now you've been paid twice. Take those girls wherever they want to go. Tommy keeps his gun on Frank. Frank swallows, sad at knowing exactly what Tommy's doing. The pilot gets on the plane to start it up with Frank's wife and daughter in the cabin and Frank outside on the tarmac.
Gosh, could you imagine?
And they're like sitting in the window, like watching this happen. Like, why isn't Dad getting in the fucking plane?
Yeah.
Tommy asks Frank why he didn't ask the Don for help. Frank looks ashamed. He tells Tommy, I guess I just wanted out one way or another. Tommy holds his gun on Frank and steps forward, closer to him. Inside the plane, Frank's wife shields their daughter's eyes. The pilot fires up the plane. Tommy says, God damn you, Frank. And he nods at the plane, and Frank runs to board. Silently, Frank goes, boards, and nods at Tommy through the window. The pilot quickly takes off, peeling up to the sky and slowly disappearing into the clouds. After Frank's plane leaves, Tommy arrives at the bank to retrieve the books. As much as Frank had turned his back on his family, Tommy still trusts him to have not lied about the books and to stay hidden. Tommy has to go to the bank's basement for the high-security lockboxes. Tommy opens the box, and indeed, the books are there. He was always telling the truth. Tommy collects them, and the family is still safe.
In Tommy's defense, he was never explicitly told to kill Frank.
He said, do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
This is malicious compliance on Tommy's part.
It really is.
I really love Tommy. Like, he goes through so much. You see him get, like, emotionally affected by everything he's doing, but he still has a heart. Like,
yeah.
He's like, I'm not gonna kill this man who's done nothing but care for me and, like, make sure we all get paid and safe just because he's making this one mistake towards the end of his career.
Yeah.
That sucks. And, like, I'm not gonna shoot him in front of his daughter and wife. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm engaged. I'm about to have a wife. I'm seeing a parallel and I'm losing my mind.
In the back of his mind, he knows he's going to want to quit this life someday.
He's like, is this the out? Let's see if this works. Let's guinea pig this shit with Frank. Don Salieri holds a funeral for Frank and his family, and they never spoke of Frank again. A few weeks later, Tommy and Don Salieri are driving around a nice neighborhood. They're here because they're looking for someone. Morello has a dirty prosecutor on his payroll who happens to be friends with city councilor Galati. Turns out this prosecutor may have heard that Tommy and Polly had something to do with Stinky Boy Billy's death, and he may have some witnesses coming forward. So, Polly and Sam are working on the witnesses, and Tommy is here to see what this prosecutor actually has on him, find out all the evidence, the docs, the notes, anything this stinky motherfucker has on the Salieri family. Don Salieri tells Tommy that everything should be in a safe in this guy's villa. Also, this guy is villa rich. This is a very nice neighborhood. Now, Tommy is like, okay, got it. I want to be very clear. I don't know how to crack a fucking safe, dude. That's I was a cab driver. I can't do this shit.
I use a screwdriver to steal cars.
Yeah, and it's very rudimentary. Sometimes I have to hit X a couple times to do it, my guy.
Yeah, that's about as much as I know about breaking into shit.
And Don Salieri is like, no, I thought ahead. I understand. I have a guy for this. You're going to meet up with Salvatore, a guy from the old country. A guy from Mafia, the old country.
Oh, shit. That does sound familiar.
Now, Tommy and Salvatore are going to run this job together. Salvatore, he just got off the boat, so he's a little funky with English. Now, it's Tommy's job to take out any stinky boys hanging around the villa and get Salvatore in for the safe. They'll get everything out of the safe and just get out. Safely. Don't kill the prosecutor. Just get the shit, get out, clean job. They pick up Salvatore, who, to be very clear, does not speak any English, and Tommy does not speak any Sicilian or Italian. They mostly communicate in nods and smiles.
Oh, God, he's bringing Chewbacca along.
Just a lot of,
as far as he's concerned.
Yeah. The prosecutor lives in this beautiful villa mansion with a massive garden with, like, a full fleet of security guards who are all Morello stinky boys, so, like, fuck these guys. Tommy is quiet and chokes the guards out to clear a path for him and Salvatore. Our boys break into the mansion, and it's quiet. Thankfully, the family is not home tonight, so they have pretty reasonable, like, pathways through the house. Tommy goes room to room and finds a safe behind a painting, which is like classic safe hiding places.
Yeah.
When he unveils it, Salvatore pinches his fingers and says, "Bravo!" Which is like exactly what you want out of like a man named Salvatore from Italy. Like, that would heal me. Salvatore gets to work on the safe, and a noise makes Tommy's head whip around. A car is pulling up to the mansion. Tommy tries to make Salvatore hurry, but Salvatore aggressively shushes him, because also, they don't speak the same language. Salvatore just thinks Tommy's trying to annoy him while he's working.
Tommy's like, vroom, vroom, Caro, come on, let's go.
And he's like, how dare you? That is a slur where I'm from. Tommy hovers over Salvatore as the safe opens up, and as it does, Tommy pushes his way into the safe, and as soon as the door cracks, an alarm goes off on the safe.
Oh, no.
Now, Salvatore is disappointed and annoyed that Tommy blew their cover immediately after his safe cracking work. He screams at Tommy in Italian, saying, and I had to translate this, "The safe was connected to an alarm, dumbass." But Tommy doesn't speak Italian, so this means nothing to him. He just thinks Salvatore fucked it up. Whatever. Tommy has what he needs, and it's loud out here, so he doesn't have to be as quiet as before. The stinky boys start to descend on the mansion, and they can start blasting now. This noise, obviously, what does it do? Attract cops. So Tommy and Salvatore have to get out of there quick as fuck. This is a glorious shootout, but Tommy gets Salvatore out of there safely and makes sure that Salvatore gets home okay. The job is successful, and now the prosecutor has nothing on the Salieri family, which makes the Don happy. And it's just nice seeing Salvatore. I'm like, oh my god, I do know you.
Yeah.
A few days later, the boys are working out of the warehouse. Salieri is moving through his full stock of booze, and he's under pressure. He has to make payroll, and it's getting kind of tight. Money has been rough. They've been losing blocks to Morello, and they're running out of product after the Canadians got popped. Polly is hoping to raise the mood by telling Don Salieri about an opportunity that he casually stumbled into. Polly was at a brothel the other night, and likely place for him to be. They got those sweet patooties, and he made a friend from Kentucky. He's a distiller who's working with Morello, but he kind of fucking hates Morello. Morello's stinky boys have been absolute dicks to him, renegotiating at gunpoint, and Morello apparently personally punched him in the nose during a meeting. They are looking for a new partner out here. Polly has been working on this guy, and he's warming him up. He thinks they have a plan. The Kentucky boys will organize a handoff with Morello, and they're going to get, cough cough, robbed. Team Kentucky will be like, oh my god, fuck Morello. He couldn't keep us safe. He has no control over the block. We lost all this product. We can't work with Morello. And that's when the Kentucky suppliers will flip from selling to Morello to selling to Salieri.
Honestly, yeah. Like, these little sabotages they keep pulling are really showing the weaknesses in the Morello family.
And they do have to have a little bit of pageantry to make it clear so that, like, they don't get fucked. They need a reason to be like, we can't work with you because of XYZ.
Yeah.
Salieri really kind of needs this win, too. Since that Border Patrol shootout, they've been completely dry. Like, they can't get the Canadians because the Canadians are dead in a barn.
Right.
Sam's a bit apprehensive because he plays things a little more conservatively, but Don Salieri gives his blessing to chase this lead. He has Polly run point and tells him to take a few more Salieri boys with them for backup. The boys roll out to the handoff, which is taking place at the top of a parking garage downtown. At the top of the garage, the Salieri boys meet up with the Kentucky boys. The guy with the busted nose greets Polly with a bottle of the good stuff. Tommy pays the Kentucky boys and says, if this batch is good and the Don is happy, they'll be in business. Polly is ecstatic, telling everyone, we're gonna be rich! And then Polly punches his friend in the face to make it look like the transaction was a heist.
Oh.
Because they gotta keep up appearances, and his face is already fucked up. So.
Fair enough.
And he's kind of like, with all the money you're gonna make, you can buy yourself a new nose. Who gives a shit? As his friend catches his breath, the Morello stinky boys roll up, guns blazing. A few of the Kentucky boys get shot, and the Salieri boys spring into action, shooting down the Morello stinkers. Unfortunately, Polly's friend from Kentucky catches a bullet.
No.
He says he's fine. He's like, it's totally not mortal. He's like, please just get out of here safely. Like, what a fucking gem. That is Southern hospitality.
It's just a flesh wound.
Yeah. But he says it with the accent, which is like so charming, you know?
Right.
He's like, I'm not gonna, you get it.
Yep.
Sam goes to drive the truck full of booze, and he has Tommy walk just ahead of the truck and clear out the Morello stinky boys on the way out of the parking garage. He's just like, there's a lot of like corners I can't see out of. Just make sure everyone's dead. Cool? Cool.
Fair enough.
And it's good because Morello sends a shit ton of stinky boys to the parking garage just for this shipment. So it's a really messy firefight just to get out of the garage. As they go to leave, Tommy hops in a car to escort the truck to the warehouse. Morello's stinky boys have caught wind of the heist, and more cars roll up to take the truck back, but Tommy helps escort the truck to safety. Back at the warehouse, Don Salieri looks admirably at the truck rolling in with the booze. He does notice a bunch of bullet holes in the truck and asks if Morello caught up with them. Polly assures him that they took care of it, and don't worry about the bullets, we're all fine. Everything's fine. Polly gives Don Salieri a quick recap of everything, but assures him that because his friend got shot by one of Morello's dummies, it'll be so easy for them to switch from working from Morello to working with Salieri. He's like, look, he fucking bled.
Yeah.
We got this guy. No one from the Salieri family shot him. Just Morello. We just popped him in the nose a little bit, and that was just, for pageantry.
Yeah.
Salieri likes this, and then he takes a swig of the booze, and he's impressed. He tells Polly he's willing to work with the Kentucky boys, and he tells Polly that he's proud of him.
Oh.
And then he's like, I'm proud of all of my boys. As if to take it away from Polly immediately. The Salieri family toasts to a job well done. In 1938, Detective Norman is also impressed. Tommy tells him they were doing well. Prohibition ended at the end of 1933, but they took the money from the booze and they started reinvesting it, sometimes into legitimate businesses. Tommy and Sarah got married and had a daughter. The business was booming and expanding across tons of industries, but never dope. They never ran dope. Salieri was so adamant on that one rule.
Cursing, not so much.
You can fucking swear now.
Yeah, cops' attention, that's iffy as well.
Yeah.
But the hard stuff, no.
I do not want to see a fent fold in Little Italy. As business got bigger, Salieri started getting in the pockets of some cops here and there, some politicians here and there, and overall started pulling sway away from Morello's chokehold on the city. And that made Morello nervous. It's 1935 now, and Tommy's become a family man. He's got a little girl at home, and he's chopping it up with his father-in-law Luigi at the Salieri restaurant. The Don comes down and asks Tommy to drive him to lunch, but be sure to bring a gun, just in case. Lunch goes bad. The Don's regular driver called out sick today, and Tommy used to be a wheel guy, so he can handle a little lunch outing. They pull up to a nice Italian restaurant downtown, and when they enter, the entire staff stops. The waiter claps in glee that their guest of honor has arrived. Don Salieri is a powerful man in the city, and the restaurant staff is honored to serve him. The Don is immediately poured a fine wine, while Tommy declines, because again, he's sober.
Still, wow.
Like, he didn't have to be.
Right.
They could have easily written it as he has a glass of wine, he drinks with the boys, and they're like, no, he is adamantly, like, not on the sauce, and I love that about him.
That's pretty great.
Food comes out fast, and Don Salieri praises the waiter and the chef. It is honestly, like, a lovely afternoon. Tommy is watching the front window, and through the glass, he sees a car pull up. 4 men in coats and hats emerge with machine guns.
Oh, shit.
Tommy acts fast, yelling to get down. He tosses their dining table over for cover to protect the Don, just as the men begin to open fire on the diners. There are many casualties. The Don is, if anything, annoyed. He knows it's Morello, and he says, the bastard could have at least let me finish my wine.
I ordered gnocchi, damn it.
I'm waiting for my gnocchi. The stinky Morello boys pause firing and demand Don Salieri come out to face them. Then they throw a grenade into the restaurant.
A grenade.
Holy shit, it was a grenade, Tom.
Like, where'd they even get their hands? I mean, get it, they're mob bosses and shit like that, but still.
We've just elevated this to grenades now. That's crazy. Tommy safely moves the Don to cover. The Don tells Tommy to ambush these assholes. Go around the back and take them out and open up the path for them to get the fuck out of here. I mean, get the freak out of here. Morello planned for this and planted a bunch of his stinky boys all around the back of the restaurant and behind it. Tommy's got his work cut out for him, and he has to move fast to make sure he can get the Don out safely. Once the Don's out, Tommy tells him to get out of here quick and he'll take him back to the bar where it's safe. And the Don's like, no, we're not doing that. We're going to go see my driver, because that son of a bitch knew where I'd be today, and he called out sick. He set us up. He saw through that shit like glass. Also, he said bitch, so, like, the swearing's fully out of here now.
Oh, he did say son of a bitch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tommy's like, oh my God, you called that shit down. Let's go. So he drives the Don to his driver's apartment, and the Don is fucking fuming the entire time. The entire drive, he's just talking mad shit about making his widow mother lonely until the day she dies.
Oh my God.
He is like gonna rain hell on this driver. They pull up to the apartment building and Don Salieri is on fucking fire running up to his driver's apartment. He kicks down the apartment door where his driver is busy, knee deep in his girlfriend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is the spiciest sex scene we've seen so far. And to be clear, when I say spiciest, he's got like the white tank top, the fucking boxers with like the socks with the garters on, like classic.
At least one of the drivers in this game gets down.
Yeah. Tommy has his daughter off screen. Like,
right.
We do not see that happen. But this driver's fully like, I am pound towning. My passport got stamped. Like, they are clothed. We do not see nudity. But I was like, oh, hell yeah. So anyway, he's knee deep in this bitch when this man walks in. His boss interrupts, which is a nightmare.
Yeah.
And they are very startled, to say the least. Don Salieri screams, calling him a dirty drifter. Tommy tells the girlfriend she should probably get out of here. I love that Tommy's like a little bit of a romantic. He's like, you're not going to want to see this, sweetheart.
He doesn't like hurting women.
He doesn't. They're sweet patooties. Don Salieri holds his driver up and punches him in the face over and over and over again. He tells him, oh, I'm going to make sure it's a closed casket.
And the last guy, he got shot in the face and still had an open casket. That's how much I'm going to fuck you up.
We know where the barriers are for open caskets in Lost Heaven, and it's fucked up. Don Salieri starts getting winded and stops to catch his breath. And in this moment, the driver runs for the window and hops out the fire escape.
Oh.
And Don Salieri's like, oh, God damn it, come on. Tommy chases after the driver, and as they run, the driver explains that Morello threatened his mother. He had to sell the Don out. Tommy shoots the driver, but doesn't kill him. Don Salieri finally catches up with them in an alley and stomps the driver's face out until it's flat.
Oh, God.
He spits on his body when he knows he's dead.
Like, how much does he remind you of the Kingpin?
Oh, yeah!
Like, that's all I keep getting from this. And I'm talking, like, the current run of Kingpin and, like, the Daredevil TV series and shit like that, where he's just, like, the most brutal motherfucker alive.
Absolutely. But, like, in contrast to that Kingpin, he's so soft with his family. Like, the way that Kingpin is with Vanessa, this is how he is with his friends. He's like, Vincenzo's my little brother. I love him. No one make fun of Ralphie. We love his stutter. Like, my boys are my boys. And then he's like, I will stomp you into the ground and make you feed the ants.
Oh, god damn.
It's so good. Across town, Morello gets word that his hit on the Don was not successful. That the stinky boys he sent out were all killed, and Salieri still made it out alive. Morello is fucking furious and knows that leaving Salieri alive only means a massive war is coming. Tensions on both sides are high. Salieri's restaurant is constantly crawling with armed men, ready to defend the Don at the drop of a hat. Word's gone around about the Don smashing his driver's face in for selling him out. So everyone's like, hey man, we love you, we're super happy with the situation, and we would never sell you out. Kind of like if you have a friend that got cheated on and they're like, let me see your text. And you're like, we're not even fucking dating. Like,
yeah.
What do you mean? Why are you freaking out on me? Don Salieri calls Tommy up to his office for his first big swing at Morello. Now, the Don is tactical. He knows that Morello has the cops, the politicians, even has some judges on payroll. They have to scare some of these figures away from Morello and weaken him. The Don figures if they bump off the right idiot, the rest are going to realize that sticking with Morello will only get them killed. And he's like, all right, you know what'll work? We go after City Councilor Galati. Fucking obliterate the bloodline.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Tommy is like, yep, I love this. I got you. Let me finish the job. The counselor is having a big birthday party on a boat. There's going to be fireworks, press, everyone important, the whole works.
How big of a job is city councilor in this city? Like, that's usually a job for grandmas.
This is before the internet. They didn't really have a lot to do.
Okay, fair enough.
You know, like after Tumblr, like everything just fell apart. Now, there's going to be some decent security on site, so no one can actually bring guns aboard the ship. So what we're going to do is we're going to have Tommy sneak onto the ship posing as an employee, and he's going to pick up a gun that'll be hidden on the boat by someone they've paid off. You know, just a easy in and out job.
Yeah.
Now, Salieri wants Tommy to wait until the counselor is addressing the crowd, giving his birthday speech, and then pop him in front of everyone while they're watching. That'll get people talking. After the assassination, Sam and Polly will get Tommy off the boat, and they'll figure it out when they get to it. That's enough for Tommy, and he's like, cool, heading to the boat. Gotcha. And he goes to the docks to find Sam and Polly. Now, Sam has a bright idea for Tommy to sneak onto the boat, and that is to give him a disguise. Now, what do you think Sam wants Tommy to dress up as to sneak onto a boat?
Cater waiter.
He makes him dress like a little sailor.
No.
Now, Tommy arrived to this project in a full-pressed wool suit. It's a beautiful dark cut. It's breathable. It's Italian. Gorgeous. Sam, in all his brilliance, has Tommy in this fuck-ass lollipop song-looking-ass white suit, complete with the little hat and the blue handkerchief around his neck.
And it says ahoy across the top.
This motherfucker has ended bloodlines, and he looks like, if you Google the term, goofy ass sailor outfit. I love it. And Sam and Polly love it. They are so pleased to see Tommy in this dumbass fit, and they walk him to the boat. Now, the boys say they borrowed a speedboat, and they'll pick up Tommy after they see the fireworks. So, fireworks should be when Tommy shoots Gelati, and that'll be the cue for them to come get him. Tommy's like, that's good enough for me. Anything to get out of this outfit. Tommy slinks onto the boat, acting as staff of the ship. He bides his time by polishing windows and looking busy while the ship sets sail. He kind of like fakes mopping, you know, when you just kind of hold the mop stick and you're like, I'm cleaning. I look like I belong here.
So Tommy goes full NPC here.
Oh, he's like actively NPC. He's just saying shit like, nice day out today, huh?
He's the MC who has to play as an NPC. I love when that happens.
Yeah, you're just saying nonsense to fill the space.
Yeah.
He's doing that for like a while, because it takes a while for the boat to like get offshore.
Yeah.
And, like, there's probably a safety announcement of like, don't fucking jump off the boat. So he's got, let's call it 90 minutes of this.
I'm gonna swab the poop deck. I've heard that saying before.
Yeah. He's just saying boat shit. He's like, starboard. Like, I don't fucking know. There's a janitor that's hidden a gun in a bathroom over here. So after a while, he's like, all right, I fucking hate this. I'm going to jump off the boat my goddamn self if I don't do this. So he goes out, finds the gun, and is like, oh, thank God I can get to killing. He heads up to a vantage point, which is at like the top of the ship, and he holds his gun on City Councilor Gelati, who begins to address the crowd. The counselor talks about his birthday, talks about the city, talks about all the work they're doing in the community, all this fluffer shit. Tommy's alone and on like a top deck just by himself with like his gun pointed and is like, I fucking hate these people. These people are the worst people on earth. I can't wait to get home to my wife and daughter. People cheer, and then Gelati announces it's time for fireworks. The fireworks begin to spark in the sky, and Tommy takes his shot, shooting one right between his eyes.
Hell yeah.
The same way his son died. The city councilor goes down, and it's an immediate madhouse. People are screaming, running, everything is chaos on the water. Tommy knows Sam and Polly are coming for him, but he also knows that the gunshot means stinky boys are coming for him too. Tommy fights his way to the back of the ship in a battle that honestly really fucked me up on my playthrough. This is the section that I struggled with the most.
Really?
Yeah, this one was terrible. Like, I don't know what was like wrong with me or like if I couldn't get the mapping in my head, but I died a lot in this section, like in the most in the entire game.
How big was this fucking boat?
It's a pretty big boat, but maybe I'm just bad.
You know, it's probably one of those situations where you didn't play in a long time. It was getting late and you're like, you just had to put it down and come back the next day.
Probably. I'm also like, I play a lot of games. It doesn't mean I'm good.
Right.
But yeah, this part fucked me up. After a while, Sam and Polly ride up on the starboard side of the ship, which I did look up. It is the starboard side.
Okay.
And Tommy jumps onto their speedboat, making a quick getaway. And you feel like a spy. It's really cool to jump from boat to boat.
I really expected Tommy to have to get wet here.
No, dry boy the whole time.
Damn, good for him.
After that massive swing at the Morello family's grip in politics, Don Salieri wants to hit Morello even harder.
How? Like, he is just going to fucking town on this family.
He's going for Morello's brother, Sergio.
Oh, god damn, like direct family.
Yeah, bloodlines. So Sergio is in charge of all of the unions in the city, and especially the unions at the docks. And like, obviously, Morello's control of the docks expands the import and export of the city. So if they fuck that up for him, they cut off a massive line of income for the Morello family.
See, that's what sucks about, like, there was a negative stigma on unions because the Mafia had a big fucking part to do with it.
Yes.
They're not bad inherently, but because the fucking mob got involved in it, it had this, like, horrible stigma to it, and that sucks.
Yeah, sometimes things are really good in theory and then really fucked up by greed and power.
Very much so.
It's the American way.
Oh my god, if that ain't the fucking truth. That's why we had fireworks.
You're wondering where I was going with that and then got really sad by the truth. Now, this move, by taking away Sergio, will tip the scales in power for Salieri in a major way. So we gotta go fucking do it. Now, Morello always has security on Sergio, but especially now because tensions are really high with the city councilor and just, you know, general war going on.
Yeah, people around him are dying constantly.
Now, the plan is pretty simple. We're going to have Tommy sneak over to Sergio's house and place a bomb under his car. Just real classic gangster shit.
Yeah.
Don Salieri sends Tommy out with the bomb, and Tommy promises the Don he'll take care of it, because he's like, yeah, this is so easy. What could go wrong? I blew up a brothel like 2 years ago. This is just a car.
Oh, God.
Tommy drives out to an area of nicely manicured brownstones and finds Sergio's car. He plants the bomb and then goes across the street to hide in a phone booth, which is a very archaic thing. He kills time by calling Sarah and being like, hey, do you want to go out this weekend? Maybe we can go dancing. We'll leave the kid with your dad. We'll get a little smooch in. It'll be great.
We'll establish an alibi.
Yeah. While we're at it. He's talking to her and he keeps an eye on the car. And as he's watching the car, he sees a woman in a nice coat come out the front door of the brownstone.
No, not a woman in a nice coat.
It's not his mom, I swear.
I know, but he loves women in nice coats.
He respects them. She walks to the car and she pops open the door. Tommy drops the phone and screams at her to stop, but he's too far and it's too late. The woman turns the key into the ignition and the car explodes.
Bye-bye.
The blast knocks Tommy off his feet, and pretty soon, all that's left of the woman is a singed coat.
Oh.
Neighbors begin to enter the street, concerned about the explosion, and scream at the scene. Tommy gets back into the phone booth and hears Sarah going, "What the fuck was that? Oh my God!" He hangs up on her and then calls the office, telling Vinny the whole thing just went bad. And Vinny goes, "You know what? Shit happens." It's whatever. Hey, while I have you, Sam and Polly found Sergio by chance, just completely separately, probably not related to what you're doing. Anyway, can you get down to the diner across town? I think that would be good for you.
Oh, good Lord.
Which, like, Tommy doesn't look into, but, like, obviously they're playing him.
Yeah.
Even as the player, I was like, well, obviously Tommy was sent out to kill the wife, but, like, no one wanted to tell him that.
Because they know he's got a code.
And not even, like, it's like a loose code. He's just like, I would prefer not to kill women.
Yeah, they just experienced too often that he doesn't seem to kill women. You guys notice that?
We gotta trick him. So Tommy hangs up and looks hard at the burning car, at the neighbors gathered to immediately mourn this senseless violence, before he heads out to kill Sergio. Which sucks.
Which is senseful violence.
Yeah. Tommy pulls up to the diner where Sam and Polly are outside, just in public with machine guns, because they don't give a fuck anymore. Tommy tells them the car bomb went south. Polly tells him to shut up. They gotta shoot someone right now.
No, it went perfectly, just you thought it went south.
He's the only one not in on the joke, and he just doesn't get it. Like, everyone's like, yeah, man, we know. But that's not important right now. The boys enter, kicking the diner door down, guns blazing. Polly announces, we got a message from Mr. Salieri, and he points his gun at Sergio. Sergio holds a waitress in front of his body, using her as a human shield. Tommy knocks Polly's gun, not allowing him to kill the waitress.
Of course.
We just saw him have an issue with a woman dying.
Yeah.
And this commotion is just enough time for Sergio to sneak undercover and tell his army of stinky boys to kill Sam, Polly, and Tommy. Sergio sneaks out the back of the diner and gets into his car, demanding his stinky driver get them the fuck away from here. The boys run out after him and Tommy grabs a motorcycle to chase. Polly cheers him on, going, yeah, go get him, Tommy! Which, like, if you've ever ridden off in a motorcycle with someone going, yeah, go get him, like, that's gotta feel cool.
Right.
Polly is so the guy that treats everything like sports. Just no matter what, it's like, I'm cheering for the home team. Sam has to tell Polly to knock it off and stop doing the fucking wave so they can go to the car and follow. Sam is a normal person. Now, Sergio's driver is fast and knows the city well, but Tommy stays on his ass with Sam and Polly close behind. The race takes them across town to the harbor. Sergio runs the docks, so this area is crawling with his stinky boys. Sergio runs inside, demanding all his stinkers kill the Salieri boys. Sam, Polly, and Tommy hold their line and move up, searching the docks for Sergio. It's a long, sprawling shootout. As Tommy closes in on Sergio, Sergio's true colors show. He offers Tommy money. He begs for his life. He offers to sell out his brother. But he's not the fucking protagonist. Tommy is. Sergio is backed up against crates and barrels in a warehouse in the docks. Why is it always a warehouse by the docks?
Well, you see, Robert Robertson. The docks are where things come in and out from a port.
Thank you, Invisigal.
Yes.
Sergio cocks his gun to shoot Tommy, but he realizes he's out of bullets. Tommy cocks his gun, but he's out of bullets too. Both boys, empty and alone, are at a standstill. Sergio laughs because honestly it is a little funny, like that's great, and Tommy walks towards him. The barrels Sergio is surrounded by all have flammable warnings on them.
And he's smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, everyone is. Sergio leans back, comforted in knowing the firefight is over. Tommy takes a few steps back and pulls out a lighter, ignites a flame, and tosses the lighter right on Sergio. Sergio screams as his body goes up in flames, each spark flickering to ignite another barrel. The fire spreads fast, multiplying across more and more barrels, and Tommy runs, racing out of the warehouse just as it explodes. The windows on the second story pop like balloons as the pressure of the fire blasts into the afternoon sky. After Sergio's death, it was chaos for weeks in Lost Heaven. There was an on-site turf war between the Morello and Salieri families. Don Morello went into hiding for a long time, until word got out that he was going to host a charity gala.
What?
Now,
that is not the way you come out of hiding.
Exactly, and to your point, this offended Salieri. He sees it as Morello thumbing his nose at them, doing charity work like there's not a fucking war going on. Kind of like the Met Gala during now.
It's literally happening while we're recording this.
Happy Met Gala Monday to those who celebrate. I guess. Salieri figures, you know what? We'll meet him in the fucking streets. And the boys are all here. The Don, Sam, Polly, Vinny, and Tommy. Polly runs the place saying, okay, here's what we do. We'll wait outside the theater until the end of the show. All those rich assholes will start coming out, and that's when we hit Morello. Get him in a crowd before he sees us coming. Tommy tells the boys that with this crowd, the mayor and the police chief will probably also be there. So, like, high profile. And Salieri screams, that's the goddamn point, Tommy! We kill Morello in public in front of the city's creme de la creme. Then they all know who's in charge. If anyone crosses Salieri and his boys, you're dead.
It's been our MO for years.
That's like the whole point of Mafia.
We keep killing people in front of everybody so they know who's in charge. Why do you not get this yet?
And Tommy says, okay, boss, we'll get it done. I think he got it that time, but all for what it's worth.
He needed it very much explained to him. Is Tommy a little bit autistic?
I think the issue is that Tommy's had a bunch of concussions.
Okay.
So he might not have like long-term memory stuff. You know, like it might be a touch autism.
You know, like, because he seems to need things explained very specifically if he's gonna do it.
Yeah, it might be that, you know. I'm not gonna armchair psychologist this fictional character, but it could be that. Now, Vinny has massive machine guns ready to go for the boys and warns them not to attract too much attention outside the theater because these guns are fucking gigantic, so be chill until you get to it. Salieri's like, yeah, I don't give a shit. Light them the fuck up. I want it to look like Morello's white suit is covered in roses.
Oh.
Which is, he's just getting really, really dark now. Like, he went from, like, we don't swear, we don't use dope, and we're nice to the cops, to, like, I want you to fucking murder everyone.
I want his head on a fucking spike.
Hell yeah, Salieri. The boys load their guns up and head out for a night on the theater with Tommy driving. They pull up as Morello is leaving, and they just immediately start shooting from the car in a classic drive-by. A delivery truck blocks their line of fire, and Morello gets just enough time to get in his car and make a getaway. And everyone's like, God damn it! Why can't anything go normal? Tommy drives after Morello, tearing ass behind their getaway car. A bunch of cars from Morello's squad pull up to guard Morello, so Sam and Polly have to take them out as well. Sam and Polly hang out the windows, fully asses out in the wind, while Tommy stays on Morello's tail. The chase takes them across town, through downtown, Chinatown, every district, and eventually completely out of town and towards the airport. Polly's actually kind of surprised they're heading out here, but Sam figures, you know what? Morello probably has a plane, and he's trying to skip town. And if he does have a plane, it'll be one of the personal ones by the back hangars where the private planes are. Now, The airstrip must have been made aware of the drama, because by the time they get there, there are a bunch of armed stinky boys at the gates of the airstrip waiting for them. Tommy drives through them, which is very satisfying.
Just runs them all over.
Like, fuck you. And the boys get out of the car, hunting Morello on foot through the airstrip. Now, the airstrip is insane. There are stinky boys fucking everywhere, firing down on Sam and Polly and Tommy. The Salieri boys hold their line and move up when they can, closing in on Morello. They close in on Hangar 13.
Oh, look at that. Well done.
And they find Morello in his private plane taking off. And they're like, well, let's keep fucking going. So Tommy hops in a car in the hangar and drives off after the plane because they're going to kill this man today. Sam and Polly are with him, and they tell Tommy to focus on shooting because he's the best shot out of the three.
How? He's been doing it the least amount of time.
He's also the best driver, which I think they would have rather had him driving, but for gameplay purposes, the boys drive, and Tommy hangs out the window, shooting at the airplane until both engines are shot out.
Damn.
It's really fucking cool, I'm not gonna lie. After the engines are shot out, the plane begins to lose altitude and slowly descends back down to the ground.
Oh.
Tommy says he's driving now, and he somehow moves from passenger princess to driver's side while the car is still moving at full volume. Now, we don't talk about the logistics of this, but I'm pretty sure Tommy slid across Sam's lap. And I'm really sad I didn't get to see their like little shuffle of like, okay, now you're in this seat and I'm in this seat. You want to go over or under? Okay.
All right. No homo, but I got to go over you.
Yeah, like whatever. They're going to get the job done. So they chase after the crashing plane, which is pulled out of GTA 5 and in this. So like there's something there. The plane crashes back towards the city and out in the industrial district. Tommy drives towards the smoke, and it's eerie. Polly is actually weirdly shaken by the fact that this whole thing could be over. And Tommy agrees because it feels unreal at this point. It's been years of their life chasing after this man. Sam reassures them, look, it's not over until it's over, so stay on your toes. They pull up to the wreckage by an old farmhouse. Smoke is pouring into the sky in a dark river. The boys get out of the car, guns drawn. What's left of Morello is a man, mostly burnt, writhing on the ground, struggling to breathe.
Oh my God.
Polly looks sad. He says, that bastard's dead and he doesn't even know it yet. Tommy cocks his gun and unloads it into Morello until the body stops twitching. He looks down at his work, at this dead man, and he says, well, he knows it now.
Oh my God. I was going to say he doesn't know shit anymore.
And Polly doesn't miss a beat. He goes, yeah, pal, that'll do it.
You got to see somebody.
Sam, again, the most level of all these boys is like, okay, we need to make tracks because this is a bad place for us to be seen.
Yeah, there's a lot of smoke and there's a lot of attention to this area now.
There's a lot of people with eyes. You're right. Back at the office, alone, Don Salieri raises a glass to Morello, telling him he'll see him on the other side. He looks at an old photo of him and Morello as boys, before the blood, before the war, when they were just brothers. He sips alone in the dark, the last man standing, the newly crowned king of the city. In 1938, Detective Norman's mind is fucking blown.
He's like, you were the one that did that shit?
He calls Tommy the Phantom he's been chasing for 3 goddamn years. He says this confession is worth life in prison alone. Honestly, maybe even the electric chair. He shot a plane out of the sky. Jesus Christ.
There were innocent casualties involved in that, my dude.
Tommy is very quick to correct the detective, saying, no. You don't want the guy punching tickets. You want the guy handing tickets out. Detective Norman leans back and asks, well, he kind of more confirms, are you offering me Salieri? Tommy says he's offering the Don's books, the ones that Frank stole. They're enough to put Salieri away forever, and they are yours, assuming we have a deal. My family for the Don. He never gave the books back.
What's crazy is that his plan is the same as Frank's. He really was using that as, like, the blueprint for how he's going to escape someday.
He's like, does this work, though? Can I do it?
It worked once.
Why not twice?
Yeah.
The boys talk a little bit about the city, how it was originally Morello and Salieri working together, then was divided against Morello and Salieri, and how Morello ended up dead. Tommy thinks about it, telling Detective Norman, and like, what good was all of Morello's money if it couldn't protect him from a regular guy like me? I was a fucking cab driver. The money and power just put a bullseye on him, and then it felt like a bullseye was on me. Detective Norman wasn't impressed. He leans back and says, "Oh, did you dry your tears with your wads of hundreds?"
Yeah.
Now, Tommy isn't shaken by anyone or anything. He just says, "Look, I wasn't about to give up the good life. I told myself I was smarter than Morello. I would never turn around to Sam or Polly pulling a gun on me, but sometimes you wonder if your best friend is hungry enough to betray you."
You literally just watched a best friend betray his best friend.
It was a long game, but it happened.
Yeah.
Now, Tommy gets back to his story. It's years after Morello has been dead. His little girl is growing up. He and Sarah are like in a good groove. And the city's belonged to Salieri for a while now. Tommy is dropping off cash to the Don, and the Don tells Tommy that Polly's cut has been a little light. Tommy tells the Don that his cut has some extra to cover the difference, because he'll always cover his brother. The Don hates this dynamic immediately. He stops and he tells Tommy, "Look, Polly's your friend, and I know you're loyal to him, and I respect that. But don't you ever pay his tab again."
He's like, it doesn't work punishing somebody if you cover the part that I'm punishing them with.
Yeah, hey, dipshit. The Don peels out the extra from Tommy's cut and hands it back to him. Tommy agrees and takes his cash back, knowing better than to argue. The Don brings up a guy named Turnbull. Turnbull's running for governor, and his campaign is to end organized crime. Tommy bursts out laughing, and he's like, "What do you mean? Tommy spent more on sex workers than Polly and Sam combined." and to be clear, Tommy did not say sex workers, but you get the gist on that one without me being crass. Salieri laughs and is like, "You can't trust a hypocrite, Tommy. We need to end his campaign and do it in a way that keeps anyone from stepping up to the same platforms." Now, Turnbull's got a rally near Central Island. The spot he picked is hard to reach, and it's out in the open. There's one good view of the area from the old prison, and from there you can give him the third eye, which is such a gnarly way of saying shoot him in the face.
Yeah.
You only got one shot, though. You miss, you lose him. Get it done. Tommy agrees and heads out to see Vinny, who says there's a sick as fuck sniper rifle stashed up in the old prison behind a locked door waiting for him. Vinny tells Tommy he's sick of Turnbull's shit and to get him right between the eyes. And Tommy's like, "Hell yeah, I got you. I love this. I fucking love shooting people."
Right between the eyes, especially.
Yeah. Tommy drives across town to the old prison, which is a massive brick compound that's been overrun by vagrants and squatters. The area is broken up, decrepit, and honestly kind of just fucked up beyond belief. Most people won't bother Tommy, but some can be aggressive. It's super creepy out here, and this place is 100% haunted as shit. And, like, okay, so when I was growing up in the Bay, there were a bunch of abandoned military bases, and sometimes on school trips, they'd take us there, and we'd play hide and seek, which I feel is, like, kind of low-key dark as shit, because it was 100% haunted as fuck and had, like, bad vibes. Like, it felt like this mission here, where you're running through an abandoned brick area with concrete and bad memories just, like, bleeding into the walls.
I love that you grew up in the Bay, and your story is about an abandoned military base, not Alcatraz.
I've never been to Alcatraz.
No, if you're from the Bay, of course.
No, why?
You never go to Alcatraz.
I've seen X-Men 3 The Last Stand. That's all you need to know about Alcatraz. Alcatraz, the fuck? Tommy makes it up to the top tower and unlocks it to find his sniper rifle waiting for him, as promised. He goes up and finds the Central Island rally and waits for Turnbull to approach the podium. Out in the open, just like Salieri told him. Tommy follows through, putting one right between this scumbag's eyes. After he goes down, there is immediate chaos. Tommy tosses the gun off the tower and heads to leave. Unfortunately, because of the rally's location, it's kind of clear the shooter had to be up there in the old prison. There's literally nowhere else he could be, so Tommy has to leave fast because the cops are going to show up faster. Very quickly, the place is howling with beat cops on the prowl for Tommy. Tommy now has to escape, from prison.
It's a great way of doing a prison break without it actually being an active prison, though. I like that a lot.
And there's cells everywhere. There's door. It's really fucking cool. This is a great set.
But what's so great about this time period in this era is as long as you escape, there's no forensics.
What are they gonna do?
Yeah,
there's no cameras.
There's nothing that's gonna like catch you. So if you get away, you got away with it.
There's a man doing a charcoal drawing of a shadow he saw.
Yeah.
That's not gonna hold up in court. By the time Tommy makes it to his car, another wave of cops are all arriving looking for him. Tommy drives off, fast and erratic, to lose his tail. He does lose the cops, he lays low for a little bit, and then he heads home to see Sarah. Now, by the time he walks in, news has gotten to her about Turnbull. Honestly, the whole city knows Turnbull was massacred. Now, Sarah is like, hey, Tommy, did you hear about Turnbull? You know, he'll be remembered for being a major advocate for the 19th Amendment. Turnbull fought for her right to vote and his daughter's right to vote. And now he's dead. And I want to also be very clear. The original 19th Amendment was passed in 1920, only predominantly pertained to white women. Many laws prevented people of color and indigenous people, ironically, from being considered citizens of this land to prevent them from being able to vote. Many people of color were ineligible from voting until the Voting Rights Act of 1965.
Oof.
Sarah and Tommy are white people and live in a predominantly white bubble, but it just felt relevant to bring up for cultural context.
Fair enough.
Tommy kisses Sarah on the head and tells her that he has to go to work. So stop worrying about voting, please. I have to go shoot people. She stops him and says, all right, but don't do nothing you don't want to be remembered for. And he tells her it's probably too late for that.
Yeah, I've killed a lot of people, honey.
Like today, babe.
Yeah.
There's blood on me now. You know how you're really good at washing blood out of clothes?
Also, do you know who your father is?
Your dad's killed so many people, babe. In the office, our boys and the Don are smoking cigars. Salieri says he's got a whole shipment of cigars coming in and he needs the boys to go pick them up. They've been impounded by customs, so he needs an extra hand. And Tommy is like, wait, are we boosting cigars? I shot a fucking plane out of the sky to kill a rival mob boss. Stealing cigars feels a little beneath me. And Don Salieri says, exactly. Nothing gets past you. The cigars are a lie. The cigars are actually a cover for a crate of stolen diamonds. The feds impounded the shipment, but they haven't found the diamonds yet. So I need my best guys to go steal the diamonds from the feds. I have a meeting with the mayor at a gentleman's club, so I'm going to have an alibi. But you boys have fun. And they're like, what the fuck is happening? The Don leaves and Sam takes charge. Sam's been working out logistics with the Don, and he tells Polly and Tommy that they have a plan that probably won't get them killed. Doesn't sound confident enough for me, but sure. He's at least medium confident. The cigars are packed in crates at a warehouse by the docks. Why is it always a warehouse by the docks?
I already explained that.
There's going to be a lot of security and brute force will not be enough, so they're going to steal a customs truck and slip in that way. They do not have any guys on the inside, so they have to play this one extra cool so the feds don't catch them stealing a crate of diamonds. Tommy is apprehensive because his wife just yelled at him about all the murders, and he's like visibly turning the situation over and over again in his head. Then he says, you know, if the feds pinch us, we could do some serious time. Sam reassures him by saying, hey, then let's not get caught. Which is enough for Tommy. And then the boys just head out to go steal diamonds.
That was the most pointless conversation they could have possibly had.
Yeah, but it was in mocap, so it was better. They drive out to the docks and Polly is on edge. He's fiddling with his gun and he tells the boys he's had a lot on his mind lately. And Sam says, oh my god, I figured there wasn't enough room up there. He and Tommy laugh at Polly, and Polly is like, yeah, go ahead and laugh, assholes.
I don't get it.
And then, can you explain the joke to me? He says, you and the Don, none of you think I have plans, but I have plans. I have big plans. I've been thinking about hitting up a savings and loan downtown. I've been casing the place for months. I just need a few guys I can count on to watch my back. Sam hates this. He calls him a nitwit and immediately is like, you're not gonna fucking do shit. He tells Polly the Don is not going to sanction a goddamn bank job. Polly says, okay, then we don't tell him. Tommy's quiet because he immediately is like, well, that's not good. And then he asks him point blank, are you trying to step out on the Don? Polly says, look, the situation's a lot more nuanced than that. I'll cut him in after. He won't be mad after he gets his share. Tommy's really apprehensive. He's like, I think this might be a bad idea. And Sam knows for sure, and he says, this is a bad idea.
He's like, wait, don't rob the bank.
Fully. Sam tells Polly, I'm not going to say nothing, but if Salieri finds out you're going behind his back, you're going to end up in the ground right next to Morello. And Tommy's like, oh my God, no, you're right. Polly, Sam is correct. Bring it to the dawn or let it go. This is a bad idea. Polly's deflated. He kind of kicks his dumb little feet and says, I was just daydreaming.
For months.
Sam tells him to wake up. Anyway, we're here. They pull up to the harbor, and Sam has Tommy find a customs truck to steal, while Sam and Polly go pick up their heist gear. Tommy picks up an unattended customs truck and steals it non-violently, which he considers a win. He takes it back to Sam and Polly, and the boys are dressed in workers' uniforms. They tell Tommy to hide in the back of the truck while they show their fake IDs and work order papers to the security checkpoints at the harbor. Sam and Polly schmooze their way through the officials and get to the warehouse that should have the impounded cigar diamond shipment. Sam whispers to Tommy to sneak in and find the right crate while he and Polly talk to the dock workers and distract them. Tommy has to move quietly, so no gunfire while he moves through the warehouse. There are a shit ton of security and random dock workers there patrolling the quarantined items, so he has to choke out a lot of dudes. Eventually, Tommy finds the crate of cigars and goes back to Sam and Polly. They go in and they load the crate into the truck. Polly's on watch duty while Sam and Tommy tear ass to get it done fast. With a full truck, Tommy gets behind the wheel this time because he hates riding in the back and he gets a little nauseous, and he makes Polly ride with the cigars in the truck bed. As soon as they start to get out, an alarm fucking goes off in the harbor. Polly screams at Tommy to drive as gunshots ring out at the truck. The truck is massive and heavy, and it's really hard to navigate, so it takes a lot to lose the cops in this area. After getting away from the harbor, Tommy drives the truck to Salieri's warehouse. They go to unload, and Polly warns Sam and Tommy that a few of the crates caught some bullets. A few are busted up, but they're not too bad. Tommy and Sam open a box to check on the product, and under the cigars, they find packaged dope.
Oh, that's against rule number 2.
That's a third of the rules is no dope.
They're like, fuck.
Come on. This wasn't seeded immediately in Act 1.
And now the cops are going to be on us. We're breaking all the goddamn rules.
Fuck. Tommy's shocked. Again, the Don very staunchly against running dope in the city. Sam seems just as surprised to see dope in the shipment, and Polly's just like floored. He acts like a waiter brought him the wrong food. He's like, no, the Don said this would be diamonds. I thought we were getting diamonds.
Not crystal.
Yeah. Damn. He starts pulling at the boxes just like he can't believe it. And then Polly gets mad. He says, I'm sorry, we put our fucking necks on the line for fucking dope? Are you kidding me? He's breaking 2 rules all at once. Tommy tells Polly to cool off because he sees the Don walking over. He's like, please don't have a panic attack right now. The Don will kill you with his bare hands.
Yeah.
Tommy puts the box they open back in the crate and calms himself down. Sam tells the boys to tighten up. Do not say anything to the Don. If he wanted us to know, he would have told us. It is our job to keep our mouths shut. He's the voice of reason always. Salieri comes up and asks if they had any trouble. Tommy tells him one of the crates got banged up, but that's it. Salieri takes a peek and says, it doesn't look too bad, and tells them they have a well-deserved bonus coming their way. Tommy offers to unload the crates, but Don Salieri is quick to tell them, no, don't touch them. It's okay. We'll have some other boys do it while you guys take the rest of the night off. You worked hard. You've been shot at. Go home.
They're like, what other boys?
You only have so many boys. Don Salieri asks Sam to drive him back to the bar. Sam asks Polly and Tommy if they're coming, and Tommy says, oh no, we'll take the train. We have to gossip. As Sam pulls off with the Don, Polly drops the act. He's pissed. He's like, God damn it. If we got caught with that much smack, we would have died in prison. I mean, you would have died from all the gunfire.
Yeah, most
Polly.
likely.
Probably all the murdering, Polly.
Honestly, the bank robbery is starting to sound pretty good now.
You sound like Polly. Tommy lights a cigarette and says, yeah? What are you going to do about it? Polly looks him dead in his eyes and says, I already told you. I don't care what Sam says. I'm getting that score. Tommy thinks, then asks how much Polly thinks the take is. Polly asks if he wants in, and Tommy says, whoa, we're just talking. Polly takes that as a yes and says, I knew I could count on you.
Honestly, Tommy can be talked into just about anything, I think.
Yeah, he's a gentle, sweet boy. He bought his mom a coat. The night begins to fade away into the morning while the boys walk to the train station. Polly tells Tommy about the bank. It's downtown, light security, easy getaway. Tellers don't look like they put up a fight. Tommy is considering it and balances it by saying, I'm not moving black tar for the dawn, especially if I'm not getting a fucking cut. Polly assures Tommy it's a perfect job, massive payday. That's why I'm doing it. And then he kind of sighs and says, look, I'm nearly 40 years old, and I got nothing to show for it but a rap sheet. But we do this, I get enough scratch to finally get out. Tommy laughs at him. He tells his best friend, shut up, you're not built for domestic life. 6 months in, you'll be putting a bullet in your brain out of boredom.
Oh my god.
Polly gets real. He tells Tommy, Christ, I'm ready to punch my ticket now. I keep getting shot at. It's wearing at me, Tommy. I know it's a snipe hunt. Every little mobster goes to bed dreaming about the big one. The big one!
The big one!
He says, but if I do this, maybe it's enough to get me a little pizzeria or something. Tommy's warm to him now. He tells Polly, if we do this, we're waiting until things calm down. Polly is beaming. And after things have calmed down a bit, the boys start scoping out the bank together. They observe the staff, the security, the routes, the layouts, the timing, everything. They're ready, and they're doing this. It's an overcast afternoon when Tommy parks out in front of the bank. They run in with big guns and bandanas over their mouths and knock out the first security guard. Tommy commands everyone to get down on the floor. Polly's on crowd control, keeping everyone on the ground while Tommy takes the manager down to the vault for the haul. A few guards get shot, but the boys come out with a massive payday as promised. The alarm rings out and the cops have arrived. A small wrinkle in Polly's plan. But the boys make it out of the building and into a car and drive off, losing the cops and heading out to a club in town to lay low.
Honestly, pretty easy bank heist.
It's relatively the fastest thing we've done so far. As they park, Polly rejoices that they did it. They fucking did it. Tommy is shitting bricks, but relieved that they got their big one. The big one!
The big one!
Polly hands Tommy a flask and asks, for old time's sake, and here, for the love of the game, Tommy figures, and he takes a swig of alcohol.
Oh, no.
He's on the wagon! Polly squeals with glee and tells Tommy to come by in the morning, and they'll split the dough together. Polly slings this big bag of cash over his shoulder and giggles as he leaves for his car. Tommy heads home to his wife and daughter. Tommy crashes hard that night, tossing and turning. It almost impresses Sarah that he woke up at all. Tommy goes to Sarah, who's in the kitchen in the morning, and he holds her, kissing her, and tells her he feels lucky. He tells her he wants to take her and their daughter to the shore, and that he and Polly came into some money. He tells her to pack a few bags. He'll swing by in a bit, and they can hit the road together. Sarah does not trust any of this. She's too smart for his bullshit. She says, oh, you and Polly came into some money and now you want to skip town for a few days? What happened? You're nervous about something.
You can't lie to your wife like that, dude.
She's too smart and she's smarter than you. Come on, man. She kisses him and tells him to go get his shit together. Tommy does not admit to anything, but he does say he'll be right back. And she's like, I fucking hate my husband. God damn it. All right, fine. Tommy drives to Polly's apartment and walks in to see Polly. Face down, ass up, head pouring blood.
Oh, God, Polly, no.
The money is gone, and the body's not even cold yet. Tommy is frantic. He turns the apartment over looking for anything. Clues, a secret, just any kind of anything, but it's empty and dirty and sad in here. Polly's phone rings, and Tommy turns, staring at it. He answers the phone with his gun drawn. Which, what are you doing, buddy?
Who are you gonna shoot?
The phone. It's Sam. Sam's asking for Polly. Tommy tells Sam, hey, it's me. It's Tom. Polly's dead. He was shot twice in the head. Sam says, oh my God, I was just calling to warn him. Salieri found out about the bank job. You're in deep shit. You have to disappear. Tommy is horrified. Just like he imagined, the bullseye is on him now. Tommy asks Sam for some cash to get him and his girls out of town, and Sam agrees to meet him at the City Gallery, a massive art museum downtown. Sam tells him to keep his head down, and they resolve to meet soon. Tommy has the wind knocked out of him. He's horrified. He's empty except for adrenaline and fear. Tommy drives fast to the gallery, and the overcast sky has turned to drizzle. He walks into the gallery and is immediately met with the business end of a gun. Salieri's boys hold him in range, and Tommy sees, fuck, this was a trap.
Yeah, no shit, dude.
He is really gullible,
He's
isn't he?
so gullible. He keeps falling for these, like, setups.
He's just a nice, sweet boy.
Yeah.
Sam is on the second level of the gallery, looking down through the foyer of the lobby. Tommy calls up to him, asking Sam what's going on. Sam looks down on him and says, you and Polly put me in a bad spot. You're making me choose between my friends and my family. He holds a fat wad of cash and says, this is what you're looking for at Polly's? Here's your cut. It's more than you deserve. Sam throws it in the air, and the bills cascade down in a massive mushroom cloud to Tommy. Tommy looks up at Sam through the rain dance of dollars and says, Sam, you killed Polly? Sam corrects Tommy, saying, no, Polly got himself killed. And I'm in a good mood. Things are right between me and the Don. I'm moving up, and I just found this big bag of money. Sam leans over the railing and gestures with his gun. He tells Tommy, the Don knows about Frank and Michelle, all those people you let live. Sam cocks his gun and says, sorry about this, Tommy, but our business has rules. It's a shame, too. You know, Don Salieri really liked you. I guess we'll both have a good cry at your funeral. Sam looks at Tommy and says, goodbye. He tells his gunman, don't let him suffer, boys. He's my buddy. Sam turns to leave and walks away into the gallery. Tommy's not having this shit. He feels the butt of a gun on his head and moves fast, disarming the gunman, taking the piece for himself, and shooting back.
Hell yeah.
Sam brought a fucking firing squad, and the entire gallery is covered in armed assholes. Tommy shoots his way through this massive gallery, destroying priceless art and worthless bloodlines across the way. Tommy's trail of bodies leads him to Sam, who's hiding out deep in the gallery. As Tommy gets closer, Sam yells to him, I know you're tired, Tommy. There's only one way out of this life, and I'm the guy to give it to you. No matter how far you run, Salieri will find you. Tommy gets the drop on Sam and takes his shot, shooting at his brother. Sam takes a hit and is on the ground. Tommy walks to him, saying, no one's carrying you to the doctor this time, Sam.
Oh.
Sam holds his bleeding guts, saying, you kill me now, the Don will never stop looking for you. But you let me live, I'll tell Salieri you're dead. You can disappear, just like Frank. Only you'll be smart enough to stay gone.
Wait, what did Frank do? Oh, Frank's dumbass.
Tommy asks what happens to Frank. And not just you, but in the game, too. Sam says Frank was hiding out in Europe, but he started betting at the dog races.
Oh, damn it, betting on the ponies, but dogs.
The dog ponies.
The puppies.
Betting on the puppies! A friend of the family spotted him, told Salieri, and Salieri sent out a crew to find him and his family. Tommy's disappointed. That story sucked. He cocks his gun and points it at Sam. Sam squeezes his eyes shut and focuses on his breathing, ready for it all to be over. A few moments go by and Sam opens his eyes, then smiles. He says to Tommy, oh, you can't do it, can you? A little voice in your head that tells you not to pull that trigger. We sure had some laughs, right? You, me, and Polly? Do you remember that time? But Tommy doesn't let him finish. He shoots Sam 3 times, twice through the face. Sam's body slumps over, blood pooling in the marble floor beneath him. Tommy turns to leave. In the bar, Detective Norman tells Tommy he sympathizes with him, but he can't do anything unless Tommy agrees to testify in court. Tommy promises to do what needs to be done to get him and his family new identities and passage out of the city. It's hard, but they come to an agreement. Detective Norman warns Tommy it's a long road between now and a new city, but Tommy is willing to do anything for his family. And it is a long road. It's 1951.
Whoa.
And Tommy Angelo is walking his daughter down the aisle. His age is wearing on him, but he's beaming with pride and joy for his little girl. A toast from Tommy at dinner echoes Detective Norman's words from all those years ago, saying, "Someone once told me a family is a man's Achilles heel, his greatest weakness. And maybe he was right, because everything I've done, both good and bad, I've done for my family." Over his speech at dinner, in front of his daughter's wedding, we see that Tommy had served 8 years in solitary confinement in prison.
Oh, solitary. Shit.
We see Vinny and Ralphie being arrested. We see Don Salieri in a prison jumpsuit being escorted into a cell. We see Tommy and Sarah, older now, free, proud of their daughter on her special day. Older Tommy says, "Now that I'm older, I see that family is our greatest weakness, but it's also our greatest strength. It gets us out of bed in the morning. It lets us chase our dreams, even when they're moving too fast to catch." The wedding is beautiful, and sometime after the wedding, Tommy is out in the yard watering the lawn. A shiny red car pulls up and 2 men come out.
Oh, no.
Vito Scaletta and Joe Barbero. Vito is slim with a clean haircut and an all-dark outfit. Joe is fat with a red Hawaiian shirt and a leather jacket. Classic Max Payne fit. They ask if he's Mr. Angelo, and Tommy turns, confirming it's him. Vito says, "Mr. Salieri sends his regards."
Oh, fuck.
Joe raises a shotgun and blasts Tommy in the chest. Joe and Vito leave, and Sarah rushes to the yard to Tommy's side. Tommy uses his last breath to look up at his beautiful wife and tells her, "It's okay. You're safe now." Tommy's daughter and her husband and her son come to his side. He looks up at his family, the people he did everything for, and promises them, "You're all safe." As Tommy dies on the lawn, we hear his voice echo out, "Remember that money, jobs, even best pals will come and go, but family is forever."
Son of a bitch. I mean, the one thing he was guaranteed was being able to walk his daughter down the aisle.
The way that came back around really affected me.
God damn.
Like, I know this game's been out for 20 years. I didn't know where it was going.
No.
I was so pleased. I really enjoyed the shit out of this. It's so much fun to play.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. It's so, like, all killer, no thriller. It feels the way, like, Wolfenstein was, like, short cutscene, action, 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 short cutscene, action, action, like, very much that cadence, which I love in a game.
Yeah.
I love the story. The acting's fantastic. I really enjoyed spending time with Tommy. I think he's great.
So, when do Snooki and JWoww show up? Because
we're in 1951, so Tommy's grandson is her grandfather?
Okay, because, yeah, we had Polly, and we had...
That's Polly L.
Okay.
A clear descendant of Polly D. Oh, I love... They were in a real situation, if you know what I mean. Dina. And that was Mafia, the definitive edition.
I mean, as Salvatore says, bravo.
Bravo. I love this world. I had so much fun. So Clinton, thank you for suggesting I cover the Mafia games, because I'm having a fucking blast. And if you have more games you want to suggest to us, check out our Discord. There is a game suggestions area. I genuinely pull games out of there, and I'm trying to make sure that I thank everyone who gives me games I enjoy.
Yes, I mean, you can always leave them in comments wherever you're listening, whether it be on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, wherever you are. You can leave those suggestions there as well.
And while you're there, we would love it if you'd like and subscribe and leave us a rating. We really appreciate it. Like we said, we are not sponsored by gambling, like all the other podcasts you may be listening to, but we do benefit when you guys help us grow the show. If you guys help us out. You can check out ways to help us at our website, theothercastlepodcast.com.
That's theothercastlepodcast.com.
There's links to our merch shop, our socials. You can email us. You can hang out with us. But the best way to support the show is through our Patreon, which is also linked on our website and wherever you're listening to this.
Yes, and it sounds a little bit like this.
I want to fan cast Dave the Diver.
Dave the Diver is such a great game, too.
Who is your Dave?
My Dave the Diver, my instinct says Paul Walter Hauser.
I know, and I think we've talked about that on the episode.
I think he would genuinely be fantastic as Dave.
He's the perfect shape and comedic timing and everything.
He really is. I think also Bobby Moynihan.
He'd have so much.
And for all of our members on the $5 and above Patreon tiers, you get a special producer's call out. So starting with Aaron, Amber, Clinton,
Daniel, Leah, James,
Ryguy, Gunner, Clarissa,
Ellen, Krisha, Molly,
Trenton, Chase, Tom's best friend Jutsu,
I can confirm that, Annie Versed, X of Triforce, Luigi,
So Thanatoasted, Oliver, JCC,
Nimitz, Caroline, Julio?
and As the Cat.
Thank you all so very much for helping us not create deals with gambling ads. You guys are the real heroes here. Thank you so much. You are wonderful, and you've made our family even better. You know, like the Salieris.
Oh God, that is not the family I want to be a part of.
But you definitely don't want to be a Morello. They died.
Well, as always, this is Tom and Andrea reminding you,
Cannoli.
and don't skip the cutscenes. Bye.